Respectfully. Yo, what's going on? This is Aurie Styla, the Respectfully podcast. What's going on, Trudge?
Yeah, man, it's good. How's everything with you?
Everything's been good. Let's pretend like we didn't just record an episode just before this one and ain't seen each other not that long ago. But how's the week been, Trudge?
Busy.
Yeah?
Very busy.
Imagine it. How did Doghouse go?
Oh, it went splendid.
It went splendid, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well done for it going so well. Thank you. Right, we recorded 2 episodes in 1 week. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason I wanted to do that, 1, because I'm going to be away during the time that this episode airs. But 2, we had to try and fit in one of my guys to come in and be the second mic today. And his schedule's so busy that we had to squeeze him in for now. But he's here right now. Shout out to my guy. What's going on, Marcus Bronzy? How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm very good. Thanks for having me back on the show, bro.
Thank you for coming. You are the you're the second person to return to Respectfully.
Yeah.
But you're the first person to return and see it what it was to what the room is now. What do you think?
It looks fantastic. I've heard other people saying it looks nice. And then what was the last episode? I think Malika said it looks nicer in real life
Yes.
than it does on the pod.
It's different.
So kind of the opposite to what Instagram filters are like.
Do you know what?
This guy. Do you know what I mean?
I'm glad. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's the filter. Yeah, I get
Better
you.
in real
It's
life.
better in real life, whereas in real life with most of you lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's peak.
Yeah,
but
man.
nah, thank you. I'm glad you saw, bruv, you've been here when it was literally just a garage. So you know the process. You saw when I moved out of the ends, you saw like the initial stages of what this whole building looked like. And now we're here, man. We're here. Still got some touches to do.
And I just want to say, it feels like a proper room. Like it felt like a room last time around,
Yeah.
but it feels more like a room.
It does.
This time around. I want to let everyone know that it's very cold outside. I'm wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable.
Brother, do you know what's weird? This room gets cold. So I don't know what's going on right now. I think because the lights are all on.
Yeah.
But this room gets mad cold. That heater over there, can you see it? That one, for some reason, I think I know what it is. When I've been decorating this room, that heater used to be here on this side of the room. I moved it to over there, mounted it on over there. But I think during the redecoration of this room, the heating element's broken. So that heater can't go on right now. So I'm getting a replacement one for it. Same one, just put on the bracket. And I'm using the floor heaters. I haven't turned it on today. So I don't know what's going on. It's just kept warm today.
I don't know what you've done, but I'm very nice and toasty, bro. Thank you very much, bro.
That's what I like to
Get
see.
me.
Man, shake up my hand, let me know he's been going gym, you know.
Nah. Let me
Squeeze
tell
up my
you.
fingers, you know.
Listen, let me tell you something. Aurie, you look like you've been lifting the whole gym,
What I done is bought a
Are we
smaller
allowed to
chair.
swear on this time around? Bro,
I'll
you look
cut
like-
that little bit at the beginning. Has it been 3 minutes yet? I don't know. I'll cut that in a bit. But yeah.
But you look like you've been lifting the whole gym, bro.
So the illusion is I bought a smaller chair.
Okay.
So when I wrap my arms around it, it makes me look even bigger.
Okay.
But on the wide camera, I'd look tiny, right? So I look big on this one in front of me, yeah?
Yeah.
But as soon as he goes to that one,
Nah, Aurie, you look like you've been. Aurie, listen, don't let Aurie try and tell you anything. You're listening to the podcast. This guy looks like he's been benching, squatting, leg pressing,
Yeah, man.
calf ups, wrist ups.
Just trying to lift people's spirits up. You get me?
Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Trying to lift up your gear.
Okay.
What
Yeah,
are you
man.
saying?
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
nah.
Trying to lift up your wow.
Nah, that's not been the case.
Hashtag hide your girl. There you
Hide
go.
your girl from these muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even that Ultra that you've got on, the Apple Watch Ultra, just looks regular
Oh,
size.
shut up, man.
On you,
Shut
bruv.
up. Allow me, bruv. The watch is the watch.
Yeah.
It looks big, but I've got big hands anyway, so having a
you
watch
go.
like this makes sense.
There you
But
go.
yeah, brother, no, I gotta be
Another
honest.
humble brag there. I've got big hands anyway.
Nah. Wait, wait,
Tell
I'm
your
being
mum.
serious.
Tell your mum.
You're
I've got
6
big
what?
hands
You're
anyway,
6 foot what?
6'3".
All right. Open your hands,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Put your so which one? That one?
Yeah.
Put your hand to mine.
Yeah. You have got big hands. I've
Now,
got-
properly.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
do
yeah.
the bottom. Don't try
You
and
got
reach
big-
to the
I
top.
said you got big hands.
There you go. Look at the size of the hands.
Yeah.
And I'm 5'11".
There you go.
So for me,
So you're a real tripod. That's what he's trying to tell your mum out there. That's what he's basically. That's what I told you. It's a humble brag.
hide your girl.
And your response to that is Aurie then
joking.
took the brag and doubled it down with not only am I hench and lifting the whole gym, I've got massive hands.
You have to hide your girl. I'm happy with.
How
with-
tall are
with
you?
my
You're
situation
6'3".
and how-
My hands
where
are
things
larger
with
than
me,
yours
so I'm
as well.
good.
There you
and
go.
so she's happy as well.
Sorry, what was that? Sorry?
No, I was just saying, don't hide your girl. I'm happy with what I got, and
Okay.
I'm all good, and she's happy too.
See, he's
Anyway,
tripled down on it and now said not only has he got massive hands and he's a tripod, he's not even available. So you've made yourself even higher stock This
What
is
can I
a
say?
great podcast, you
What
know.
can I
Anytime-
say?
This is why I like having me on the show, innit?
You can just say what you want to say and have fun. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. He's a podder as well, Trudge. So obviously, Trudge knows your name. He was like, wait, I know that he's radio presenter. I said, yeah.
Yeah, man.
But he's also a podder. He's also a tech freak, geek, whatever you want to call it.
I like tech freak.
Tech
I'm gonna
freak
go with
is
that.
better than the geek.
I'm a freak, you know.
A tech freak, you get excited for tech.
This is gonna be a
Exciting.
proper spicy episode, isn't it? I can tell already. What are you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm a tech freak. You know?
Trust me, nah, but
Yeah.
that I've seen you've leveled the tech stuff up, lad.
I've got some really cool stuff. That's
You
coming
always
that I
got
don't
really
mind.
cool stuff, and I never get to see it or keep none for myself. So you just make me jealous when you tell me you got cool stuff. I got bottles of water for you. That's it.
Oh, do you know what? Another thing, before we talk about stuff, I just want to say the hospitality. Two things actually. The hospitality in this setup is fantastic. I think you and I are probably the only people that make sure that our guests are watered, fed, they're nourished before the show starts.
You
And
have
also
to.
on top of that, this isn't me fronting either. Your levels of hygiene are fantastic, bruv.
Yeah?
I don't care if you're putting on a show
Why?
or not. For me,
Go on, why?
I just want to say, I'm not going to get into the extra detail of it
Yeah.
because I feel like we're not going to delve into too much personal. I just want to say, Aurie Styla is a very clean and hygienic person.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let them know,
Yeah,
blood.
yeah. There you
Man,
go.
man, I clean man out here.
Yeah.
Man, never need no teaching for how to wash his hands in COVID. Man, I clean man, yes.
Bringing up the big hands again. There we go. Yeah. But yeah. No, honestly, just want to say, very well organized
Come on, man.
human being.
All right, well, you've talked about me. Big up me.
Yeah.
We know I'm amazing, but
Hello.
let's talk about you.
Hi, I'm Marcus Bronzy. Yeah, so I'm a presenter, broadcaster like yourself.
We know that bit. I want to know the niceties of.
Okay.
So what I do is it? No,
Yeah,
bruv.
what do you wanna know?
The tech is leveled up. What's going on? Who do you know, and what Illuminati contract did you sign for these man to be giving you the technology that you've been getting recently to review on your podcast
what?
and on your YouTube channel? What's going on?
I'm really excited. I think what I do is how I look at tech is very interesting because I think when people call me like a tech, people always want to go like he's a tech expert or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm an enthusiast, so I like technology from a very usable point of view. So,
Yeah.
for example, when people talk about new phones, I remember I've been listening to the last few episodes of the podcast. You were talking about phones and stuff. Was it with
iPhone, and
Malika?
Android, and because
All that kind of
she's
stuff.
Android and I'm iPhone. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that's a really valid conversation because people always like talk about, well, this has a megapixel of this and this has a processor and blah, 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 blah. And people are like, no, hang on. And actually, you know what, Aurie? I remember a conversation we had about Apple Watch was you said you like Apple Watch because it unlocks your laptop.
And
you know what?
The whole ecosystem it keeps.
Little touches like that in the Apple
It's
ecosystem.
different.
Easy. When I have to, once in a while, you might put your phone in, your watch on airplane mode, or you turn Bluetooth off on your computer or Wi-Fi, and you have to put in your password with your fingers. And
Long.
you're like, ew.
Long.
Do you know what I mean? Like that
Long.
kind of stuff. Those are the kind of conversations I have with tech, and I think a lot of brands appreciate that. And I think my first ever tech/lifestyle conversation I had with a brand where I realized I had something different to bring to the table, obviously apart from the color of my skin and my heritage, my background and that, is Philips had this, it was new at the time, called One Blade, this shaver. I don't know if you heard of it.
I
It's like
think I know what you're talking
like
about.
a trimmer shaver. It's
Yeah.
like a razor with a motor on it. And they were like, here it is for you to trim your beard. You can shape your beard up with it. You can do your jawline, whatever.
You're thinking
and I did the
they could shape
Yeah.
their beard.
Yeah. So I got it and I was a bit skeptical, but honestly, shaped up my beard kind of nice. I still use it. It doesn't get me the closest like razor blade shave because it doesn't do that, but I trimmed of it and it's fine. I do like the One Blade, but a couple little chest hairs that needed to get trimmed. So clap those. A couple little sprouts on my shoulder, got those. I thought, you know what, let's go a little bit lower. Let's
Oh, wait. How low are we talking?
bro. I said to them, this is the ultimate holiday trimmer. Can fit in your
Serious?
bag, and I was streamlined.
More than
bro. I was streamlined. I mean, I don't know. Your tripod may require a different level of service, but I was very happy. And I said to the
We
podcast,
need hedge clippers for this.
So, and I remember saying on the pod, like on the raw recording, like, you know what, you can shave your balls with this, whatever. I carried on. It's funny how many ball shavers get sold on podcasts as well.
Big time. The
it's mad.
Manscaped and all of that stuff.
Exactly. But this was like 2014, 15, 16
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know. But yes, and then a clip got sent to them of me saying that, and I was like, I don't know if I should have sent that. It's a bit unprofessional to talk
They
about
loved it, innit?
a face shaver. Yeah, and they were like, you know what? thank you for your honest feedback. And it ended up with me having a relationship with Philips where I ended up being an ambassador for them and stuff. And the Philips One Blade is now called the Philips One Blade Face and Body. Yeah.
Because of your input there.
Still waiting for I'll take 1%. I'll take 1%
of the prof.
But yeah, but
Come on.
so my opinion on tech is always the usage case. So I'm very excited to try out the MetaQuest 3. That is in the studio now, so it's there.
I've never tried any of them. No, tell a lie. One of them, but you know when you go to like a VR store, and they have like you could pay for 10 minutes, 20 minutes of VR. I've tried there once, but I've never tried one in a home environment.
Yeah, and they are. I should have brought it along, but to be honest, it's in the. I've been so busy, it's in the box. I need to get it out and stuff. But I'm interested in all of the high fidelity, sexy games. Cool.
Yeah.
But I'm also interested because I got a few mates that are into tech in the same way as I am, enthusiasts. They want to do some chill stuff like, can we watch a movie? Can we play poker? Because I like play poker nights with my guys.
Okay.
But during COVID, it was really hard to do that. So
yeah, obviously.
Poker nights were set up on the VR headset. So I want to do stuff like that or use it in a way that is probably a little bit less wow fantastic for some, but probably a lot more realistic. Because I think when people think VR, AR, metaverse and all that kind of stuff. I think that's cool, but I'm like, apart from just the headline stuff, how can we use tech? And I think companies really appreciate that. And as more and more tech has been piled into cars, any kind of device that you have and wear on yourself, it's kind of meant that we and the platform How to Kill an Hour that I've got the podcast that we'll probably talk about has moved into the world of tech, and also the world of tech and lifestyle has moved towards us. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not a car journo, but I check the same cars that a lot of other car journalists check because my opinion isn't like, again, ain't brake horsepower or whatever. It's like, has it got Apple CarPlay? Yeah, well, that's how I was a few years ago. I was like, has it got Apple CarPlay though? Do you know what I mean?
I remember you would talk about some of the cars that you would get, and you have said this before. You're not a what do you call it? A petrol head. That's not you. But you appreciate a car from a perspective of someone who enjoys tech, and the perspective of someone who is a driver who doesn't care about like the brake horsepower is this exact number. It's how does it feel when I'm driving.
Exactly. And I think there's a lot of people, disrespectfully, that just wanted to sound like Top Gear journos. Yeah,
no one cares about that. Let the Top Gear guys do their thing.
Let them do their thing. And then you've got someone like Rory Reid who's come along. He's a fantastic car journalist. He said this to me. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this advice. I asked him about car journo stuff when I was getting more into it. I was like, bro, I'm not really a car guy, but I kind of like, I'm doing it, but I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. He's like, as long as you have an opinion that's your opinion, that's important.
That should be anything, really.
And if you notice his stuff, like he's now doing stuff with Auto Trader, Fifth Gear, whatever. He's an amazing car journalist. All his stuff is just him. Do you know what I mean? And I think it sounds a bit kumbaya to be like, make your content all about yourself and you. But I think it does help you to do your own thing with the same product.
People buy into you and your opinion and your perspective on whatever it is that you are now also talking about.
Yeah.
So with podcasts, every podcast will talk about the news that's the biggest news that came out that time. But people will go to their different channels and go, I want to listen to podcast A because it's the same news everyone else has got access to, but I want to hear their perspective. It's the same with cars. Like there's a load of tech guys. Like you'll talk about a MetaQuest, so you'll talk about phones that may come out and so on. But there's there's Gadgets Boy, there's Spawn Point, there's all these people that are doing very similar, but they all have their different way of delivering the reviews, the perspective, and they'll have their fans. They'll have crossovers as well that enjoy the tech, but you'll have their fans of people that may not even like tech, but they'll like Marcus and his take on tech. So whatever Marcus tells me, I'm down, I'm on it, I'm listening to what Marcus says. So it's definitely, you got to put your opinion and your authentic opinion in there. Don't try to sound like anyone else. Sound like you. Took me I wouldn't say it took me a while to get to that. I think it took me a while to be confident in like thinking people care.
Cough while Aurie's talking, please. I think that's mad disrespectful, bro.
Bless you, Trudge.
We built up to Trudge. We built up. We really spent a long time building up to that. That was Aurie was about to really bring it home, and that was disrespectful, bro.
I'm sorry. There's a reason I'm sitting here again.
That's unreal. We spoke about this before we pressed record as well. Aurie told you about this.
Marcus is out of order, you know. He's out of order.
He's had a whole week to think since the last episode, and that's how he's behaving now.
Wait, that's it. Take away the fridge.
That's it. Yeah, no more hospitality.
From me, you had too much sugar. Trudge has too much sugar today, man. Anyway, it's all right. Go on. Sorry,
That's cool. I'm saying that. I forgot what I'm saying.
See what I mean?
Nah. It was you. I was on the road. I couldn't even do that.
This violation, bruv.
Hold on. Yeah,
Aurie,
so
I'm just saying, I wouldn't have that, bruv. Should we pause it for a sec?
No.
Okay, cool.
Now we're gonna go straight through. Pause it, rush him, and then give him some act right, and then when we come back, we're now back, and Trudge is quiet for a reason.
Yeah,
He's got a bruise on his face.
Play North Wheezy, and we'll just get busy.
Do you understand?
Yeah, there we go.
Nah, he's gonna get scared to cough now. Yeah. He's trying to hold it in now, innit? Watch. Yeah. He got me coughing now. Nah, I think with me, it took me a minute to not necessarily be able to deliver my own opinion, but be confident that there will be someone that cares. Yeah. And then afterwards, when you're confident that someone cares about who you are authentically, you and your opinion, you then have to get rid of the idea of how many people will care. Because initially you're like, no one's listening. Where actually all it takes is one, and then two, and then five, and then 10, over a period of time of you getting better at being who you are and then authentically developing your audience rather than trying to do what everyone else is doing and sounding like them, trying to grab the wider audience you think is yours, where they'll hop ship as soon as someone else does it better. You figure out who you are and what you want to deliver and what you want to say and how you want to say it, which is authentic to you. And you slowly get the people that follow. And all of a sudden, when you get to that nice number, let's say Patreon or YouTube or whatever, let's say you got 1,000 people on Patreon and that's yours. When you come in to do on the mic, it doesn't even feel like work because you're being yourself. Do you see what I'm saying?
100%, man. And I think, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit silly. I'm very silly. And I used to like hide that, affirms that, because where we come from, I don't think when we grew up, we're similar age, when we grew up.
Now you're older, but Karen.
I am a little older, yeah. When we
just
grew
want to
up,
let that one be clear.
Cool,
if you know how old he is, I'm not there yet.
Hey, in the comments though. Hard to tell. But
hard to tell. Later. I just got a trim this morning, you know. You got a trim today, innit?
Nah, this is like 4 days old, 5 days old.
These guys.
And my barber's good, innit?
Yeah.
We'll talk about barbers today as well, because last time we had Barbergate. I understand there's been some fluctuation in the camp.
There's been some updates, but we'll talk about that. But yeah, go on, sorry.
So yeah, we come from an area where it was like, to put it easily and to put it quickly, a lot of very serious people growing up, and I feel like I grew up in kind of the end zone of toxic masculinity, where, you know, like people would cry steal tears. Do you get me? It was tough. So, and I was a very silly person, so I tried to hide my silliness. So, and I've realized that some of the silliest things I've done when I'm being the most myself is probably the things that have helped me to get where I am. So I've done some recent brand work, and it came off the back end of a video where I was like looking at these things, like they were like Nerf guns, for want of a better say. They were called gel blasts.
I saw them. Yeah, you did like some slow motion thing with the video. That was dope.
So we did the whole unboxing. Shout out to Ned, the cameraman, absolutely smacked it. Did the unboxing, did everything that was kind of like conventional. You'd see your MBKHD do it, or your Gadgets Boy, and all of those guys, fantastic, whatever. And then I just said at the end, like, you know the Matrix, like, can we just shoot like, play the Matrix music and do that kind of stuff? And then he put the camera high frame rate, did some slow-mo stuff for fun, put that out, and the brand reached out and was like, we're about to launch in the UK, we love it. How, like, you know, we'd like to do more content with you. After I think I've spoken about on a podcast, put out content, they could have just copied the video, but they were like, we want you to do more. And I've realized in situations like that was me looking at this video thinking, bro, you're a big man and you're going to press like send on this video and put this out of you being an absolute idiot.
Attention.
But yeah,
it gets the pay. It firms you with these relationships.
But it might not have, but you should just put stuff out if it's you. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the thing where we, like, with your comedy, you're very yourself as well. Like you are like how you are on stage in real life. Maybe like amped up a bit in a different
little
way.
Louder.
Yeah, a little louder, like, you know, that kind of stuff. And I think it takes a while to get there, and it's so nice when you can get there and enjoy that. Do you get me? If I could do anything in life, it would get to that stage where I'm more comfortable with myself that little bit earlier. I was very comfortable earlier, and I think that's how I got to where I did in radio. Because again, like some of the stuff I did on community radio and pirate radio and stuff like that was so stupid and silly, but it was me. Do you know what I mean? And that was the stuff that people were like, oh, that's a little bit quirky. That's what. But if you're not silly, don't be silly. Like if you're serious, be serious.
Be yourself. But if silly is you, be silly. I totally agree with you. I feel like I feel like it was a period of time where I was being louder and sillier than what I was as a person. I'm more of a serious person than I am a wacky, outrageous person. I can be funny, but ask anyone I talk to when I'm in my mode of having a conversation, I'm serious funny, where some people are wacky funny or silly funny. So when I'm on stage, I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm not doing the whole, I'm not a clown guy.
Was it Lee, who's the comedian that was very physical on stage?
Lee Evans.
Lee Evans,
He's very wacky and so on. That's
Sweating
not me.
buckets,
bruv. I'm not like Jim Carrey-esque. I'm not flappy like that. Lee Evans used to sweat buckets. Some people see that and go, oh my God, that's so funny to me. When I'm on stage, I want to do that. They try to emulate that, but then that's not you. When you find out who you are, which takes a minute, because sometimes you feel like who you are isn't funny because of what your perception of funny is. Same way that what being a man is from the area we grow up in, our perception of that is based on what we might see around. And if we feel like, well, I'm different from that.
It wasn't laughing at fart jokes.
It wasn't all of that. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because we're like, that ain't funny, because we're seeing what's around us, we go, well, I don't want to do that. I'm going to try and move a certain way and so on. But then afterwards, when you actually drop that and just go, let me just be myself. I'm fine. Let me just do what I got to do. It takes confidence. It takes also time to figure out who you are as well to get to that point. And once you do, and you just lie in that lane, you're so much happier in your job. If you're not where you want to be, it doesn't matter right away because you're too busy being yourself, enjoying the road, and that authenticity also reaches out to people more authentically. Exactly. And when that happens, they're the ones going, I love this is great, keep doing more of this. And you're like, keep doing more, I'm just being myself. They like it.
Yeah,
and I think it does climb.
I think a lot of younger people as well would have done better at not getting caught up in stuff if they could have found that a bit earlier. Because I know,
definitely.
I think some of the kids that got into the worst situations weren't always the wickedest kids.
No,
they were the ones that were trying to tag along and try hard. In fact, I would say the tryhards are the most dangerous people to be around ever because they're going to do the maddest stuff.
To prove to other people,
exactly,
I am about it. Where even the people that are about it, like, I wouldn't even have done that, my G.
You even get that with pranksters. You know, like you certain other like uni or school or whatever. There was one kid that would do like, a kid might throw us a little stone at the teacher's window and then it would elevate, bigger stone. There'll be the kid that would pick up the broken brick, throw it at the teacher's window. And it's the same person every single time. Everyone knows that person. Yeah. Is it?
All the time.
Is it? Yeah.
As a kid, I was. You have a class clown element of you that you wanna try and be liked. Yeah. I would do that, and then when it didn't happen at work, I would then go overboard and go, well, fine. If you ain't gonna like me, I'll be Mr. Bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro.
Wrong and strong.
Wrong and strong with it. Always was the case.
Yeah.
Like I had this mentality in my primary school, Gower House in Neasden on Blackbird Hill. I had this mentality in my school that if you're already going to see me as the bad guy, I might as well just misbehave. Because even when I was doing behaving myself, I remember one time in my class, there was people were all talking. When my teacher left the classroom, she went to go to the office quick and then come back. People are all talking, all of us. And they're all saying, and then she comes into the classroom again, everyone goes dead silent. And she said, I kid you not, she said to everybody, all right, who was talking? And I looked around and no one's got their hand up. So I went, right?
Yeah.
And she looked at me and said, you know what? I could hear it was everybody in here, but the fact you put your hand up, you don't have to do this. Everybody else had to write lines.
Oh, shit.
Right? I want everyone to write lines. And then I was hated in my classroom because I admitted.
You told the truth.
I told the truth. And I didn't stitch anyone else up. I said, I spoke.
Yeah.
But because everybody in the class was like, I'm normally the guy that gets in trouble. Now I'm the one who's getting off, where everybody else is normally the one that gets past it. I was like, all I did was admit that I was the guy that you already all think I'm going to be and say that I am anyway.
Yeah.
Right? But I felt like I had to prove, if you're not going to treat me bad, then I'll just be bad.
Yeah.
And so on. My mum knocked that out at me, said, no, we're going to a different school in a different area where you're not around that kind of energy and they're not going to have that.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, bruv. The schools in Northwest London are a lot better now.
Which one do you go to?
Now, I went to Kensal Rise Primary School.
Oh, okay.
I went to Queen's Park Community School. QPCS, yes.
All right, so Trudge.
Oh, my God.
His school, when he was younger, their school uniform was tracksuits.
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
Wait, Aurie.
They were tracksuits, bottoms and tops.
They were black tracksuits.
Tracksuits.
Blacked out, yeah.
They got the
And you know what the uniform shoes were?
what?
Any trainer you want.
Seriously,
No
You
way.
could have wore black Air Force
They
Ones.
wore so black Air Force Ones.
Actually, they were in then. Yeah, we did wear black Air Force Ones.
So black Air Force Ones, black tracksuit. That was their school uniform.
Wow.
And we had a red collar that was
Yeah.
sewed into the. So it was like a tracksuit top, like a sweater top.
Yeah.
And the bottoms were like not like technicals, but they had like zips on them.
I know.
And then we had a sewing collar, a red collar, but you might tuck that and put like a black collar out or a hoodie underneath or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. Tracksuits.
Wow.
I know you went there. I know Taser went there.
Yeah.
There's a few people
I know. I mean Taser. Yeah, I know Taser. Yeah. Good few people from there.
that went there, right? And they all. The one thing that no one could ever believe is there is a school in Ends that you would go to, and the uniform was a whole robbery outfit.
I mean,
blood.
look, Taser will probably be on the show one day. He will attest to it being a very different school back then.
It was rough.
You know,
That school was rough, blood.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
You had tracksuits. You could run away on site.
Yeah.
If anything's happened.
Yeah.
Police turn up. You're in uniform to escape.
Do you know what was mad? Because I was always this size. Like we used to go record shopping in the West End sometimes. Like after school, we'd get on the 6 bus, bumper ride on the bus, scrape together our coins and buy some tunes because I was getting into DJing like right at the end of my school year. So like talking like year 10, whatever. I was starting to buy records, or whatever.
Yeah.
When we finished school, we went to the record shop and they were like, and then we went to buy some records on like a weekend. Shout out to Uptown Records, Cameo, all those guys.
Yeah.
And they were like, right, you're not working today, boys. I'm like, what? You're not working today, boys. That's what one of the guys behind the counter said. I think it was Taz was like, what? And we're like, what? He goes, yeah, man, like you lot aren't in your work uniform. I was like, no, that was our school uniform. He's like, oh, I thought you were like plumbers or something like that. Like, I thought you were just like young plumbers. Because it's like wearing a black
it looks
tracksuit
like
or
that.
whatever. Yeah.
Imagine a school uniform looking like that. That is
Yeah.
so bad.
It's very comfy, and putting on a suit still feels weird for me. Like I know people that wore a suit every single day feels cool, but when I had a like a weekend job, like a part-time job as well,
Yeah.
and I had to wear a suit for it. And I remember first putting on the suit, I felt nice, bruv. I felt clean. I felt fresh.
How was your first job? How was your first job more suited than your flipping?
It's bad, isn't it?
That is silly, bruv. Then your school uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
mine was proper.
what was your school uniform?
The kids one, when I went to primary school, Gower House, it was like this mauve colour.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Oh,
mauve
shit, sorry,
colour.
my primary school was also a tracksuit as well.
Swear
Yeah,
down.
it was a blue tracksuit. Anyway,
Nah,
sorry.
we had grey trousers, a mauve colour like jumper, but we had to wear a shirt underneath it, and tie. And if we were in summer, we had summer uniform, but summer uniform was all right. It was like polo shirt. And we didn't have to wear a tie with that.
Nice.
So that was all right. And then
So you couldn't just chill in the playground with your hands in your box, in your trousers, just clutching, just.
why would I want to, bruv? I was a kid in primary
Scotch
school.
with it. Yo.
That's 11 and under. What's wrong with you, bruv?
Baby.
You think I'm chatting to girl like that in primary school? Baby. Yo, you want to forget lollipops for 5p?
Some girls at my primary school used to take the guys around the side and dance with them. And
Wait.
dance like, pop through the day.
What?
Yeah. Do the butterfly and all that kind of stuff.
What is going on with your little criminal primary schools? This was cancelled.
I'm not going to say which school it was. I've realized that I don't want to incriminate.
You
'cause
already
it's a
said
while
it.
ago.
You already said it.
It may have been one of them or it may have been the other. I don't know. But it may have been
Is
one
the
of
school
other.
still around?
No, actually, Kensal Rise is now ARC. It's now an academy.
Oh,
Yeah,
so it's not
now-
the same school.
Yeah, but
Fine.
it's just dancing. Just kids be playing and shit.
Kids be kids. This
Kids be
guy,
kidding.
your school needs to get. Yeah, my headmaster from my school. I can say this because he got in trouble for it and he got kicked out of the school and the school's now shut down. Right? He boxed me around my ear.
What?
Yeah, he was Mr. Keen. I don't care if you see this.
The good old days.
You already got
Look
in
how
trouble.
you turned out. Shout out to you, Mr. Keane.
This
Keep it
guy,
up.
he's
I've
not
not heard the story about the rest of you, but right now I'm backing you.
not a
Look
shout out to
Look
him.
at this specimen of a man you made right here. Look at this.
I'll tell you what he did.
Yeah.
All right, so there was one time where the toilets were.
Oh my God.
No.
Real. Hey, cut that out. Trench.
Stop.
Trench has to go.
Stop.
All right, cool.
Stop. Let me finish.
Okay, cool.
So you got the gents and the ladies, right?
Okay, cool.
Well, boys or girls, right? The boys' toilets was like the plumbing was, it was an issue, so they basically didn't.
Yeah.
We had to use the girls' ones. No, the girls' ones was broken, so the girls had to come into the boys'
One
ones.
of the girls shitted out the girls' toilet.
I don't know what had
Nasty.
happened. But obviously it was all cubicles,
Yeah.
right? It was no urinals, nothing. It was cubicles, right?
Yeah.
I remember behind the door, like, you know, you got doors with hinges and stuff like on the top there, and it would like close the door. It didn't have that. It had that thing at the back where it was like just a little flap like that, and you could pull it and let go, it would slam on the door like that. Just a little, about that long of a stick, and you pull it and it slam like that. It would push the door. I don't remember what happened. I think I'm leaving the toilet and I see it and I just pull it, play with it, just like bam, like that. But as I'm doing it, there's a young girl who's walking in. No, but it doesn't push the door. It just makes a loud noise as she's coming in. The loud noise scares her. Bang! Crying, right? So she's crying. I'm like, you all right? She's shaking up and so on and so forth and that. Teacher comes. When the teacher comes, they think I've slammed the door in her face. Not only have I not slammed the door in her face, it's just that she's crying. Not only have I not slammed the door in her face, the girl's not even hurt. She's just going, I'm a bit shaken up. I got scared.
Yeah.
Right? They took me to the headmaster's office. Right? Literally, I remember it. I'm looking up. One teacher said to Mr. Keane, said he must have slammed the door and it hit a girl. And he's looking at her like this, like hands like that, right? Is that what happened? Yeah. He looked at me and he went, right, bang, across my head.
Clip around the ear.
This
He
ear
gave
was
you a
ringing.
clip?
Yeah, my ear was ringing for like half an hour.
That was a premiership
Proper.
clip. That was an MMA level clip. So he
Bam.
gave you a clip around the ear.
He was like 6'2", 6'3",
Yeah.
that tall brother, big hands, right?
Yeah. Bigger than yours? Nah,
I don't remember. I don't remember the time.
Probably not. Very
Slapped me
small.
around my ear.
Yeah.
He then goes, he told us to sit in the lobby bit of the reception bit. And the only thing I'm thinking at the time is he's going to tell my mum.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the way that we're raised, we used to get beats.
Yeah.
He's going to tell my mum. I'm not thinking this guy hit me, it's bad. I'm thinking my mum's going to know that I did something bad. I'm going to get in trouble.
You can raise right.
That's it. He didn't tell her, but I got clipped around my head.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I never told her. I went home like, surely she got the phone call. Didn't get the phone call.
Wow.
I got sent home after sitting there for like 2-3 hours. No one told nothing. But in my head, I'm thinking, thank God no one knows. The guy boxed me around my head. If I'd have known back then that was wrong, I'd have said something from a long time.
Well, it probably was less wrong then than it is now, innit? Because I think you're probably
To some degree.
the youngest person I know that's had a clip around the ear at school. Because I think after our generation, they'd tell their parents, and the parents would come to us, I hit my child like that.
We didn't know that at the time. But that's toxic. That's bad. Not toxic. It's just bad.
Look at the fine young man you are, and clearly,
not because of him.
And clearly, like, you don't hold a grudge at all because
What, to him?
Yeah, I mean,
Nah. But I do remember before I left that school, I don't hold a grudge to him now.
God.
Come back and shoot up the school door side. Nah, bro. Nah. That stuff happened.
Went up to his open casket and clipped his ear back.
Do you understand?
Yeah, God. Yeah.
Now he's still alive.
Okay, cool.
I think he's like
For now.
70s now.
Yeah.
This guy. Nah, I never took no revenge, but I did go back to the school when I was 16. And I'll tell you why. He said to me when I was at school, if you make it all the way through your secondary school, I will give you £10 or something. When I was like 11, I made it all the way through.
Nice.
I came out with my GCSEs. I went back to that school at 16. I said, Rude boy, do you remember me? He never forgot me at all.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know he's probably thinking court case pending.
Yeah.
If that guy
Right,
tells his mum.
You're sweating.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I come back into the school. I said, I passed. I said, you remember, you told me if I would have passed, you're going to give me £10.
Yeah.
I want my £10.
Okay.
Gave it to me.
So you mugged him, basically, is what you're saying.
A little bit.
A little bit in it. Because you came in
for £10.
to a 7-year-old man. He said, listen, big man.
But he would have been 50s.
Run
then, but
me my £10.
Yeah, run me my money.
With your
blood.
hands that are now bigger than his.
Yes.
You're there. Looking at
16.
him. Yeah.
I went to a sports school as well. So, I'm kind of
looking at his ear like it's right for a clipping back as well.
Hey, how's your hearing?
Yeah.
How's your hearing?
Yeah.
Clap me around my ear. Mr. Keane. Never forget that, man.
Mr. Keane.
Yeah,
and then
bro.
you said he left on bad terms.
He didn't leave. He got kicked out on bad terms. The school went downhill. He had several kids told their mum that Keane slapped him.
Oh, so he was still slapping up kids.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll show you.
wow.
I'm going to send you the article. I'm going to send it to you, Trudge. You put it up on the screen.
I always
Yeah.
love the kind of picture that they use
And
for
then-
these kind of articles as well. Do you reckon we've got a picture of him looking like he's about to clip someone around the ear? Is it a shameful picture of him
Who knows?
walking away? You know, like the walk from the cab to the court kind of thing. Does he look bad like that? Head teachers got away with some real mad stuff back in the
They
day.
really did.
They really did.
They really did.
There were stories of drunk teachers. There were stories of embezzlement that went around especially in Brent. There was some stuff going on, bro.
Oh no,
There was some stuff going on.
There's after Brent. There he is. Martin Keane was his name. Martin with a Y. I forgot his first name.
Wow, whole government name. You see how I've been.
Hey, bruv, I'm not telling you anything that is outside of my story and experience or outside of what was a news article.
Okay.
I'm gonna find the article. I gotta find it,
I'm just impressed that you remembered it and went back to school to collect your coins.
bruv. Money in it, £10. When you're back then, that's a Sam's chicken for a few days.
Is that what? Something for a few days? That's 5 days. That's a 2 for 2 Monday to Friday in those days, bruv. Come
It's
on.
a week's worth of food.
So, if I'm honest with you, is the lesson to be learnt
I
here
can't find it. I'll find it.
that the violence, like Batman, the darkness made you into who you are, or is the secondary lesson that if you just offer kids money, they will go through school and complete it?
I would like to think it was a mixture of the two.
Okay.
The money
and violence.
Yeah, because if I went dark afterwards,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to get my money out. I'd have to hold that in a little bit, but by then I tempered the dark.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like when Batman went to go train with the League of Shadows, he came back and he realized, you know what? I'm all good now. I don't need to deal with these, man.
Yeah.
But he wanted to take them out. But like take out when he came back to Gotham, he wanted to take out who was it that shot in Dark Knight? It wasn't Falcone. It was the guy who Falcone set to kill his mum and his dad in Batman. He went to go shoot him, but he got shot by somebody else. Yeah, man. I'm not vengeance, blood.
You're not? Are you sure?
I'm not vengeance. I'm opportunity.
I
I am opportunity.
No, you are. You know what you are? Incentive. That's
I
what
am
you are, bro,
incentive,
innit?
yeah. I am incentive.
The peas that brought you back, bruv. Run me my money. But yeah, you have got a Batman poster behind. You've got the Batman.
Yeah.
You've got Battison. Yeah.
You don't like this one?
I found it interesting to watch. I feel like they definitely leaned into the gothy kind of side.
Oh,
of
his
it.
emo. Oh, him.
Like the emo. Because when I went in to watch, because I actually watched the screening of it, and I went in saying to my friends that I was with, shout out, I think I was Geeky Cassie, Mr. Midas, Ebonics. These
Shout
are
out Midas, blood.
great content creators and artists and such. And I was saying to them, please don't make him have the eye makeup smudged. Don't do the emo black.
He had that most of
That
the
kind
film.
of makeup, yeah, that kind.
He took his mask, cut my life into pieces.
Yeah. And he done this. I said, don't make him do the stare into the camera. And he just done like the weird kind of
done.
creepy stare. I was like, oh, for flip's sake. But other bits were
was a good
entertaining as well.
film.
It was well written. It was good. Like
slow.
they set stuff up quite nicely for other films. Not my favorite Batman.
Definitely not.
But everyone has their favorite Batman, you know. And I think,
Dark Knight
is that your favorite Batman?
with Heath Ledger.
I think I'm Michael Keaton, you know, for my
You're
favorite
showing your
Batman.
age, man.
Because I am. Yeah, because it was a Tim Burton was
Yeah.
really well shot, and also has Jack Nicholson, and he's my favorite Joker as well. And I know that rubs people up a wrong way. For me, it's like him, then it's Hamilton.
Heath. No, Hamilton.
Yeah.
You put
Yeah. Mark Hamill.
You put Mark Hamill, not Hamill.
Sorry, Mark Hamill.
You put
Yeah.
Hamill over
Yeah.
Heath.
Yeah. And I'm
Hamill
not
and-
saying it in a violent way. I think people say when I say it, they think it's like an act of war.
All right, so I put
Yeah.
Ledger,
Yeah.
Hamill, Nicholson, but they're so close.
Yeah.
And then in terms of Jokers, right?
Yeah.
And we don't acknowledge Leto.
Nah.
There we go. That's how I feel.
Say what?
Leto was a Joker.
I tried to come through some fucking
Nah.
Instagram.
Nah, I'm not on it.
Instagram model. Joke.
I'm not on
man.
Leto's
Nah.
Joker.
Nah, man.
The only thing that Leto's Joker I did like was the laugh. Other than that, don't like it.
I think Mark Hamill had a better laugh though.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's laugh is, I think he played such a good, funny, punchliney Joker for the games and for the cartoon.
Yeah.
He obviously never played a live action one, but how iconic his cartoon Joker is, you can't take that away from him. Yeah. But for me, no one encapsulated for me the real dread of what Joker could be other than Ledger. Ledger for me made you believe this guy had absolutely no reason to do anything he was doing, but was able to do it and put the fear in everybody around him. Like, I don't think Nicholson could. Nicholson was like,
I get it. No, I get it, and I hear that, and I think, oh man, no, this is gonna have a few people reeling. But I think part of Heath's legend is his wasted potential. Like, and I feel like as a human race, we love potential more than realization.
Because he passed.
Tupac,
Okay.
Biggie, Hendrix, Winehouse, him, yeah. And so there's a bit of that, yeah. Look, let me land this quick.
Go on.
But for me, the reason that Nicholson beats it for me is because if you watch the film, you see the pain and the blood. So you see like a plastic surgeon, like, I'm trying my best to put you back together, yeah. It is hammy in places, and it is kind of got like the.
But it needs to be with Burton.
Yeah, the acts,
Joker.
The acts of violence that he does. Like, I get the pencil scene with Heath Ledger was scary, but I kind of saw that coming.
The pencil scene was insane.
That was mad, but the things Jack Nicholson does, like, you know, you're my number one guy.
Yeah.
If you watched it, like, I'm not gonna spoil it. Watch it at Christmas.
Spoiling 1989's Batman.
You're my number one guy.
If you spoil it and someone's missed it, that's on them. That's their fault.
I mean, there's the gassing of people that he does. Yeah. There's the chemical warfare that he does. Like, people, he infiltrates you in a way that isn't obvious. You can't get away from what he's done until after it's done. Okay. Kind of like someone in Saw who wakes up and they're like, you have 20 minutes to live. You have 20 minutes to live, and that's it. So he done stuff like that was absolutely horrible. Yeah, man. Absolutely horrible. Yeah. And he was... Exactly, man. And he was...
You don't know me, but I know you.
Exactly. There we go, man.
And I want to play a game.
That's scary, bro.
You have 2 minutes to cross over from the podcast room over to the engineer side.
Oh, shit.
If you don't pick up anything off the floor with your socks, you could survive.
Man.
The only thing is, everything on the floor is magnetic with your feet. Like,
wow.
yeah.
So your Optimus Prime is also...
I can do loads of great voices. Come on.
It's also... Yeah, but anyway,
go on. I'll do some more after, but yeah, go on.
I was just saying, like, the way he was like... He was a bit of a sexual menace as well.
Oh,
he was
Jack
like,
Nicholson as well.
Yeah, like, so there was all of these elements of sinister scariness, and obviously it's an older version of the film. My generation, I was very young, and I found Jack Nicholson scary anyway from the whole Shining stuff, like, which I obviously shouldn't be watching. So I'm seeing this guy, and for me, that's why he pips it. And then Mark Hamill next is just obviously iconic. And then, like, it's funny when I say this to people, a lot of people just think I'm trying to start like war in it, but I'm not. Like, that's just my genuine opinion. And I like talking to someone like yourself because obviously I know you have a different opinion, but you back it up with some facts.
I'm not just a guy who watched. I'm not like a new DC fan. I'm not someone who's just picked up on what's going on and go, oh, well, here's my opinion. There, it comes from a place.
Yeah. But that's where I'm at. So I don't know. Does it not make any sense, or does it make sense?
I get it from your sense, but equally to what you said with Heath Ledger, being he passed away, I think part of Jack Nicholson's appeal to you is who he was before the movie. You said The Shining. So you can see his unhingedness in The Shining and also in The Joker, and it amps it up. For me, the thing that I love about Ledger's performance as Joker is everything you described with Jack Nicholson. Strip all of that away, and you've literally got this one character who he's got one goal that is so erratic but so defined. He's not like got the element of sexual threat that Nicholson had. He hasn't got the backstory that Nicholson had. You have an entity that no one can understand why he's doing what he's doing. No one can see what's going on. He is see what's going on with him. He literally has a goal which adapts as time goes along, but he is so in control of every element. Prime example, when he wanted to get captured after being arrested, right? He wanted to get put into the police department, the police cells. He wanted to break out Lau. Then afterwards, he had Lau. He returned the money back to them. It all looked like an erratic plan that he was made to seem to be in control of. Then he tells everybody, I want to know who Batman is. Then he goes, you know, that's boring. I don't want to know who Batman is. He's controlling everybody. And the bit that gets me the most is when he's doing that interrogation scene with Christian Bale's Batman. And he's talking to him and he's getting him. It's actual. I mean, we both know what channel we've worked with before. So we know all of the insides and outs of things where you go, things you didn't know about movies, right? He was really saying to him, beat me up in this scene and I'll still act my way through this. So when he smashed the glass on the side, that was really Heath Ledger's head smashing the glass on the side. And he's still acting through it. When he gets punched in the face, it's still Heath Ledger getting punched in the face, and he's going through all of his roles. Then that bit when he says to him, when you want to save one of them, and he tells them, like, you've got a choice. You could save this one or that one. And then he tells them the wrong way round. So he goes to save one, thinking Batman's going to go save Harvey Dent, but he thinks he's going to go and save, I can't remember the girl's name, but her. And just the control he's got over everybody, and how believable it is that you could deliver all of that. I think it's not just down to Ledger. Ledger's Joker's amazing, but the storyline was so perfect for him. Nolan directed every element of that, which made you look at him and go, this guy is phenomenal. For me, the only anticlimactic bit of Ledger's performance is how he was caught at the end and just caught hanging dangling, right? But the monologue even after that, when he goes, you just won't let me die, will you? That for me, he eats up every scene he's in. And I think with Nicholson, maybe because I'm watching it now as an older looking back, I feel that it's great. It's hammy.
It is. Oh, brother,
it's hammy.
It's tacky,
There
bro.
you go.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's hammy. I'm a bit desensitized now because I'm an adult in the world that we live in. We see stuff more often like that.
Post-Human Centipede, you have to see a lot to get you.
There you go.
Edgy. Yeah.
Like the fact you said Human Centipede is.
Sorry.
There's so many other films.
2 Girls, 1 Cup. Sorry. What? Is that the wrong reference point?
Trying to not remember
One
that.
Man, One Jar. Do you know I've not watched any of those things, by the way? None of those things I've watched.
Seen One Man, One Jar.
I've seen a frame of 2 Girls, 1 Cup, and I refused. You know what? Actually, shout out to I can't say who you are because you won't like
Shout out
it.
to Mark.
He's from South London. That's what I'm gonna say. I bet him 20 quid he couldn't watch the whole thing whilst eating a McDonald's.
Did you win the 20?
He ate a fucking double cheeseburger,
I could
fries,
eat
and was sipping on the shake while watching 2 Girls, 1 Cup. I can't watch that.
Bro,
I'm weak.
If I've paid for food, there's nothing you're going to do that's going to put me off short of you contaminating the food in front of me. I don't get put off from visuals.
You're really good, man. Like, honestly, I saw a frame of it.
Yeah.
And I still remember where I was.
Yeah.
I was in a shop. Is what I'm gonna say. I was in a shop. That's what I'm gonna say. I can't even say because I'm gonna start violating people. But I was in a place where I watched a frame of it, and the guys. It was like that time when people were like, "Oh, look at this!" Like, you know, that kind of, look at it. I was like, "Oh, no, yeah." So
Oh, bro, I'll be seeing like, oh, yo, that's nasty, bruv.
Are you really?
I can eat straight after
no,
because I know it's behind the screen.
Yeah.
None of that poo has contaminated my stuff, so I'm fine.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't. I've got a weak mind for that kind of stuff, bro. Yeah,
You're wild.
Yeah.
All right,
anyway,
cool.
Yeah. But I might watch them at Christmas again. You know.
Don't watch them at Christmas.
No. That's it. Start with his Hennessy. I said that with a nice big Hennessy. Oh, do you know what? And because it's a family time of year as well, and invite mum and dad round. Yeah, get the youngsters, put a little youngster on my knees. Yeah, you know what? When I was your age, I watched something just like this and look at the man that I've become.
Hey, yo. Sorry, you meant Batman.
We'll watch the Centipede trilogy. You know,
is there a trilogy?
I think there's a couple.
Bro.
A couple. And I think I got quite angry at the time that the guy that created it was talking about the artistic value of it. But I suppose now, in hindsight, there might be, but I'm just never I'm never going to connect with it. To me, that is gross out.
That's like gore porn, where the most gross thing you can do and the most sickening thing you can do is what turns some of these guys on. It's like in comedy, you've got people that do comedy, they're edgelords.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but the most offensive thing they can say to them is, if I can get you to go, ooh, then I am a great comic. It's dead. Shut up. No one cares about your edgelord. Then be funny. And if you're going to do a film, gore porn is dead. No one cares about how gross you can be. What's the story?
I find it a little bit perverse because it's so real now.
Yeah. Like Saw and stuff.
You could be looking at it really happening. So, again, I know it's through a screen and I'm hypersensitive, right? But to me, if you're comfortable with watching that and actively enjoy that, are you meant to be in a coliseum hundreds of years ago going, or whatever, like watching somebody actually get stabbed and sliced up? Because people are like, it's not real, Marcus, but I'm like, there's somebody on set that has seen inside a human body directing the special effects people to make sure that the liver is behind the guts so that when someone knifes it, it all spills out in the right direction and you watch it.
They say people, and I'm one of them, that like watching stuff like Law and Order. Do you see that post?
Yeah.
They like watching Law and Order Special Victims Unit or like crime shows before they go to bed are like psychos.
You can do that
every night.
Does it comfort you?
Well, let me tell you something. I could do every episode. I can do this. In the criminal justice system, sexually based offences are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories. The reason I know that is not because I study it, it's because after comedy shows, if I'm staying in a hotel, 5 USA, there's always like 4 or 5 episodes from like 10:30, 11 to about 1, 2 in the morning. Yeah. And I'm watching every single one. And I've already seen all of them.
So that's your routine. That's for you.
I buy the episodes. Wow. I love Law and Order, especially SVU. I love Law and Order. Wow. Olivia Benson and Elliot Stabler are my donnies. Do you understand? Wow. So when people are like, "You're mad if you watch that," I might be mad, but I could watch that episode after episode every night. When I'm in New York, I watch it back to back.
Really?
Because you know how we have like. Our streaming services, who like Disney Plus or whatever. Hulu have them all listed up until the latest season.
Heavy.
Which is 24.
It's Hulu, I think Hulu's owned by Disney as well, you know.
It is, but Hulu have their own separate app over in the States.
Yeah.
So over here, they won't put Law and Order on Hulu. I think it's Hulu or Discovery Plus, one of the two that they have it on. But whichever one they have it on, it's there for you to watch. So when I'm out there, I watch them all from top to bottom. Ones I've already seen. I go through them. Yeah. And because there's so many of them, I sometimes can forget, how did they win this one? Yeah. Oh yeah, and I still enjoy it.
Surprise, surprise, I watch sci-fi stuff at night time.
Oh yeah.
Old sci-fi.
Was it, hold on. I need to know. Let me see if I can take credit for this. Was I one of the reasons you got into Star Trek?
You were you were one of the reasons I restudied Star Trek to the level that I did to do Trek culture with you.
I'm hearing yes.
But before that, I think the reason I started getting into Trek, because we spoke about it I spoke about it on a pod with you actually, with Shijay, but at the time I was rewatching everything. So like I have this thing now, because we have this access to everything, a lot of people will try and watch everything that's out now. Yeah. I won't. I'll find a show.
Go back and watch old stuff.
Yeah. So like for me, I always remember like I came from a 1 TV household. So sometimes I might only get to watch 10 minutes of a show, the beginning or end of it or whatever. Like, so for example, on BBC Two on Tuesday nights is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I might not get to watch the whole episode. So now I can, Netflix, you can go back and watch it. So I decided to do it with Star Trek. So I've watched all of the Star Treks from the first original one, the animated series, the Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, whatever, blah, 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 all the way up to now. And I think we met when I had just wrapped watching Voyager or something like that. Something like that. But yeah, man. One of the reasons why I've studied it, and I love it, man. I love Star Trek, but I also love sci-fi across the board as well. So at nighttime, I watch a British sci-fi, one of the best comedy sci-fis ever, Red Dwarf.
Which one? Red Dwarf.
That with, like Craig Charles, Danny John
Jules,
Weezy, and all that.
People thought I looked like him when I was younger because long shape head. I don't see it, but now especially not. But when I was skinnier,
Aurie, please for Halloween, please dress up as a cat one year.
Why please do
it? I'll do. How? Yeah. You do that. I can be Lister. Yeah.
No.
Trench can be freaking
Trudge.
Rimmer.
Trudge.
Yeah. Trudge can be Rimmer. Rimmer. There you go. As a character called Rimmer. You get me? And then we just need someone to be Crichton with a mashed up headpiece. But just old school sci-fi stuff. I love it, man. I think for me, maybe, again, I might be a bit kumbayari. I think sometimes what I like about sci-fi and what I like about Star Trek and stuff is it's so beyond progressive in their future world that even the issues they deal with, they sometimes hark back to similar civil issues that we have as humans now. But it's just nice to look at a world where they have moved. I think in Star Trek especially, they've moved past racism, innit, bruv? It's nice to watch a show where you can imagine that actually being a human possibility. However, the racism now is interplanetary racism, isn't it?
So Klingons are like the black.
They're calling them, the black people, innit?
Yeah, you had
the aggressive, loud, uncouth black people,
Vulcans and Romulans. Ferengi, they tried to make it very similar to like Asian culture.
They did say, there were some people that have said that they didn't like the connections that Ferengi had to other cultures as well. I won't dig into it because I'm not as well versed in it, but there's other, like cultures that they dig into. And they have racism like
Of
Cardassians.
course, yeah.
Cardassians have a little like, if doesn't matter if you know, so they have a little thing on their head. They used to call them spoonheads.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And then when you watch it, you're like, okay.
You can see the racism in this.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all
yeah,
of the
yeah.
It'd be the Bajorans that would call them spoonheads and stuff because they were always fighting against them.
You'd see oppression, you'd see genocide, all these kind of current things that are really, really current topics of conversation now.
happen.
Almost seem more simple to work out when you're looking at something that's 500 years in the future and different races that like one's a green looking lizard and one's like a wrinkly head black brother. Do you get me? So, and Trek's been doing it from day. So like from the first season of it, that 50-year-old season, you will have like the captain of the Starship Enterprise kissing Uhura, like a white man kissing a black woman. You wouldn't have seen that.
That was first interracial kiss on television, wasn't it?
I don't think it's the first. I think it's one of the first, but what's funny is apparently in that scene, they were asked to do a few takes where they just got close and didn't kiss. And apparently they deliberately fucked up those takes, like, whatever. So they had to use the kissing take.
Good.
So yeah. And then there's even an episode which is it seems so on the head now, where there was like a race where half of the planet, the left side of them was white and the right side of them was black.
In the original series?
Yeah. The left side of them was black. And then they were like at war for ages. And then like, obviously the crew of the Starship Enterprise were like, oh, well, you guys are basically the same. And they were like, no, we're not. We're totally different. And you're looking at it and there's being so bait with like what these stories
What
are
they were
meant
trying to
be.
do.
Yeah.
What about Orville? Take that in?
I've watched a bit of Orville. I get it's a big, people call it like the Lost Star Trek season, innit? It's cool. But let me tell you something. I don't know why. Bring me in though.
Orville season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Great. Bit more comedy-esque. Season 3, I cried at the end of 2 episodes.
Really?
Let me tell you something. Orville season 3, phenomenal.
Really?
Phenomenal.
I'm going to go back and watch that then.
The writing for the Orville season 3, when they moved from, I think one of the companies that were backing it, they moved from that to another one, and the acting and the writing and the quality of the storylines, phenomenal. Really? I'll give you one basic storyline, which you'll understand as a Trek head. Something happens where one of the people on the Orville he gets thrown back in time. When that happens, he isolates himself for you're supposed to keep no contact and so on, because there's a prime directive if you breach it in terms of interacting with cultures from pre-warp civilization. So he's gone back in time to what is effectively our time that we're in now. And he's been told he has to stay there. They tried to come and get him, but they overshoot their time of getting him by he's been in hiding for 6 months and he had to come out to get supplies and stuff. They overshoot their time for coming to get him. 10 years, maybe 9-10 years. He's now gone and he's got a family. He's integrated. He's got all of that, right? With a woman and 2 kids and so on. He's got a family. He works a great job. He was a pilot on the ship in Orville. He's now a pilot in their time. They come back and they find him. The dilemma is, if they've got to pull him out of the time to get him back because he's not supposed to be there, but he's got a wife, he's got kids. He's already done that. There's arguments, it's tense, it's all of that. Get towards the end of the episode, the solution that they have is, we're not going to pull you out of this time, but we're going to pull you out. We're going to go back to, in 3 months of the 6 months you were stuck, we're going to go back there, pull you out of that. Which means that anything that happens after that, you eradicate the relationship, the kids, pull him out of that to take him back to the timeline in the future that they're supposed to be in. He's living in this time knowing that he's going to not exist anymore, because he that strand of his life. Yeah. Listen, I welled up because the acting. You know who it is? It's the pilot. The short one with the ginger hair, because you see Orville, who's the best friend of...
Oh, shit!
Bruv!
Oh!
So you can tell for me, because he's a joker in the first couple of seasons.
Yeah.
When he's going down that line of seriousness, bruv, the acting in it. Did you see the episode with Tortoise and his child?
I can't remember.
Tortoise is they look like the Klingons, but their version of it, right?
Yeah. I don't
all their races apparently born as males, right? But they have a child who's a female, and they basically what they do is they have to turn the child into a male, or else that child will get cast out. That's in the early episodes.
See these topics they're covering. So anyway, carry on.
Season 3.
Yeah.
That child who's been turned into a male in this show, season 3, he's now like early teens, but doesn't feel right within themselves.
See what I mean?
And now wants to revert back to their natural form where she was born as a female rather than the he that they turned them into.
And we can watch that show and be like,
we know exactly the topics they're discussing. But the way they do it, my heart was... I've never looked at Orville in first 2 seasons and thought, this is going to get me emotional. Watch season 1 and 2 again, then get to season 3. Their writing, phenomenal.
All right, I'll go and check it.
Phenomenal.
Right. So, I'm going to ask the listener to either hold on tight, strap up, lace up your Nike Air Geeks, or press the fast forward 15 button a few times.
Team Puma here.
Okay,
so
lace up your...
RX systems.
Your RX,
I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just hoping one day they might.
Lace up your RX system 4s. What they call what's a Puma crepe that we can
RX system.
RX system.
This
is like a number? Is just the whole lace up your RX, Velcro up your RX, your RXs. Yeah.
Don't listen to him. Puma
Velcro
for
them
life. Puma for life.
Yeah. Strap them on. So with that time travel thing.
Yeah.
If they go back in time and take him away from, and this is a bit granddad paradoxy, if take him away from his family and that never happens, then technically he will either have no memory of it.
He has no memory.
Or will there be a timeline that carries on?
If you believe in multiple timelines,
because I want to know where you sit. Because if they take him out of it and his family, and he isn't with his family, then that means they never overshoot and find him there. Yeah, they only overshoot and find him. So no
exactly.
One, so then. You can be upset, but you ain't gonna remember it. Though,
he doesn't, but they tell him what he does.
Oh shit, son!
So they tell him. They get him and tell him.
Don't tell me that, bruv.
They tell him what he does, and he actually looks at himself as like irresponsible for doing that.
I'll bring him to the side and go, bruv. Just so you know, your wife was a fucking bitch, bruv. Like you hated
guy.
He was playing on like.
What is wrong with this guy?
You were like, bruv. Trust me, I know time. I've been there. She fucking kills you, bruv.
No, you're an idiot,
bruv. What, you think the cooking was just bad? No, bro. I'm telling you, bleach in the food, bro.
This guy's an idiot. I like it, though.
I'm glad that we warped the fuck out of there, bro. Yeah?
Well, he goes back in time. Yeah. They tell him. They grab him out. That timeline's gone. Wow. Which means the kids he had and he's aware of, they existed and they don't exist anymore.
Just tell him that they grew up to be killers. Just tell him. Just listen. Have you not heard of like one of the most prolific killers of all time? Like this guy had like 15 bodies in his attic.
Speaking of killers. All right. We got a couple topics from.
Sorry. Welcome back. If you press fast forward 15 seconds, there we go. We've finished the nerd now.
Do you know? I would, if I needed a co-host to be more regular on this pod, it would have been him. But he's so busy with his stuff, I can't ask him.
You see how Aurie? See what he did there, right?
I can't ask him.
What
Aurie did there.
Good at what he did there is he did it's a compliment, right? But also at the same time, he told me, I don't quite think you're ready to host a show. See what he did there. What
you're busy.
He said what Aurie did there
busy.
was what Aurie. So think about this. Yeah, you're on a date. I'm talking to the listener now, but think about this. You're on a date, and the guy or the girl says to you, "Do you know what? I would love to go on another date with you, but you know what's mad is you're so busy.
Why is he trying to put this on me?
We can't do this again.
Like he hasn't got. I really enjoy How to Kill an Hour. Like he ain't got a clue podcast. Like he hasn't also got all the ventures of stuff he has to do content wise with tech. Do you understand what I'm saying? Could you commit to coming here every week?
See, now you're just putting... See now. So
Trudge,
again...
Do you hear this? Simple question.
Hear this, Trudge.
Simple question.
So it's a first date, right?
Simple question.
It's a first date and you just asked me if I want to have kids. That's what you've done.
How is that kids? That's the simple question. That is at least, if we're on the first date, can we meet up like twice a week?
Yeah.
That's that.
No, I think you just, on the first date, you just said, do you give head? That's what you just asked on the first. And that's inappropriate. Yeah, that's inappropriate.
It's not even that level. Bruv, I'm saying, are you available on a weekly? I guarantee his answer is no. Ask it. Look at him. Put the camera on his face. Are you available every week?
I will say this to you. Listen, don't take that tone because that's what messed up your relationship with your barber before. But like, what I'm going to say is, what I'll say is, It would be a pleasure to come back on the show whenever you need me, bruv. I'd love to come back. I love talking to you, bruv.
I need you every week.
Hit me up and we'll.
I will figure it out.
It's like, but what's the matter? You're going away. You're away for 2 weeks anyway.
I'm away, but I still came here to pod. No, I'm like that.
I'll definitely like to come back, man. I love the show. I love what it's about, man.
All right.
The room's nice and warm as well. It's
so,
good, man.
real quick, talking about killers.
Yeah.
Did you know that Dracula was a real person?
No.
So,
Am I supposed to know?
Did you know Transylvania is a real place?
No, I didn't think it was real. I thought it was like one of those ones where he's like, you know,
Gotham.
Like,
like Metropolis.
Metro City or whatever.
All of that, yeah. So I did a show recently. I played it up on the stage that I didn't know it was real, but I know Transylvania is a real place. It's in Romania, right? Transylvania, the more I keep saying it, I love the name, right? It's such a cool name for a place, Transylvania, right? Anyway.
Imagine getting pulled over by the police and they say, where are you from? I'm from Transylvania. They'll be like, all right, mate.
Bye.
Okay. All right, pussy. Oh, it's one of them ones. Yeah, all right, boys, get the bully van.
But this is what I felt when the woman said it and she was in the audience. I said, where's everyone from? And one woman shouted from the show, Transylvania. And I said, nah. She went, I'm really from Transylvania. I'm like, shut up. She's really from there.
Oh, sick.
So when she said that, I'm like, I played it off like I didn't know it was a real place. I know it is. I'm like, I thought that was fake. I thought it was like Metropolis because that's where Superman's from. I thought they wrote that for Count Dracula. Yeah. She's talking to me. Transylvanian accent as well. So she sounds like what the typical movies would have for someone from Transylvania, right?
Wow.
And then on top
in my mind, by the way, I know this isn't right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the Count from Sesame Street. I
yes,
don't know why.
Like that. That's
Did
how
she laugh
sounds.
like that?
She didn't laugh like that. She didn't laugh like that.
You're fucking up and she's going,
This guy's a fool.
One.
I'll play it to you. Right?
Yeah.
But when she said she's from Transylvania, I initially was like, thought she's taking the mic.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, oh, I live in Shepherd's Bush, live in Acton, Transylvania. I thought it was her just being funny. Yeah. Really was. Then she told me Dracula was a real person.
Let's get into this, bro.
All right.
Let's get into this.
Watch this clip, right? Here.
Did you say Transylvania? Are you really from Transylvania? I thought that place was made up. I didn't know it was a real place. Like Metropolis is not a real place, yeah?
Heavy.
I just thought Transylvania was where Dracula was living in the comics, in the movie. Big up, man. Welcome to civilization, man. I didn't know Transylvania was... Come on, who has ever been to Transylvania other than this one that comes from there? None of you. Come on,
Heavy.
none of you went in a TUI brochure and said, you know where I feel like traveling to this summer? Send me to where Van Helsing went to go slay some vampires. What is Transylvania like?
Well, I like to say I'm like the truth, like Dracula.
She proper sounds like it as well, innit?
I like to... Oh,
I want to say I am going to suck your blood. Yes, I am from Transylvania.
Heavy.
So wait, I have to ask, right? Because we got you here, so we might as well utilize this. Okay. The stories, are they based on anything that you may have seen or heard of when you've been growing up? Like, she nodded very quickly there,
What the fuck?
Dracula, that's a real story.
So I live 40 kilometers away from where he was born in Sigishwara.
He was born. I thought he weren't a real person. Wait, what's your name, my love?
Aura.
Am I the only one that's like got a few questions for Aura? I don't want to hold up the show if no one else cares about Transylvania. But I have a feeling there's a lot of people in here that are like, nah, keep digging. We need to find out some truth.
Yeah.
You know when you said Transylvania, I swear to you, she put her scarf on nice and tight, you know. Right in front of you, look right in front of you. Her scarf on a minute ago. All of a sudden, I don't want her looking at my neck getting a hard on. You understand?
This is why you need to buy a ticket to Aurie Styla, yeah? AurieStyla.com on tour, yeah? Is it? Orator. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Orator.
All right, so a few things.
That's Ponderful, though. I like that. That's very good.
The orator.
Yeah, orator.
Like it's right, innit? Yeah, the way I spell it, like A-U-R. Yeah. So basically,
Shout out to the vodka brand. I think you're missing out on a little collab.
Wait, there's a A-U... Oh, A-U vodka?
Yeah.
All right,
That's
okay.
a pretty
You're the
tasty.
guy that gets these connects, not me.
I don't know if, unless they put a fucking robot in the bottle, I don't know if it's relevant to
That's
me.
a
but
good
still.
point, you know.
Yeah,
You
no.
can get a glass that pours itself or something. It just grabs the... And then you can review that and then send me the bottle.
Is it? A glass that pours itself?
I'm sure there is
That is
somewhere.
the best, worst idea ever.
Think about it. Like a glass on
my
a table.
Yeah.
Like this is the glass,
Right.
and it grabs the bottle and goes like that, and then puts it back, and then that's it.
I need a second arm, yeah, and it probably would be between my legs that does all the way into my mouth. We have that we have that package going on.
I mean,
Another one with crisps.
I could show you how that was, but never mind. We'll leave that alone.
Oh, right, okay. Mr. Tripod here. Mr. Tripod here just ties the flipping drink to his pecker and flexes one side.
It grabs itself. Anyway. like the thing in Scary Movie.
Oh shit! Or The Boys. Yeah, go on.
Oh, The Boys. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Dracula was a real person.
Yeah.
Did not know that. It was based on a king, I believe. I can't remember if it was of Romania or of the area where Transylvania is. But king called Vlad Dracula. They used to call him Vlad the Impaler from the 1600s or 1700s, something like that. Vlad the Impaler. And they based the stories on that person because he had apparently been known to have killed, hold on, here we go, Vlad the Impaler. What was it, king of Romania?
Yeah, national hero of Romania.
He's a national hero. I'll tell you what,
Not necessarily king.
His Wikipedia picture has one of the wickedest moustaches I've seen.
Yeah, the Wikipedia picture, Vlad the Impaler looks like the V for Vendetta mask.
Look at that. He's got a permed. No, I bring the picture up, please, Trudge. Thank you. He's got a permed moustache.
Yeah, it looks dope.
Look at that.
But
Permed his moustache.
I had no idea it was based on a real person. I thought it was just a story, like a horror story.
Did he
and
suck
stuff.
blood though, bro? That's what I need.
He didn't. What he did apparently is he was known for killing a load of people, like maybe impaling around 80,000 people, something like that.
He's got 80,000 body count.
Bodies, bruv.
That's what they should have told my man. They said, listen, one of your kids, if we didn't delete that timeline,
would be
your
Vlad the
kid would have
Impaler.
killed 81,000 people and therefore would have become worse than Vlad the Impaler.
So I looked this all up and I'm like, I'm actually deeply interested. Now I want to go Transylvania.
All right, let's go.
Hear this. I looked at flights in November
Yeah.
for a week. £50 return.
Really? I bet you the ones that are in October are about $3 grand, innit?
No.
It'll be everyone, no one's going there for Halloween for a little
Do you know what? Yo, let me see. For a little Is no one going for a little
All right. Yeah, I'm up for going to Transylvania.
Yo, I wonder if Transylvania around Halloween is a mad thing.
50 quid. I mean, flipping out, we'd smash that, two of us going to Nando's.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Yo, I want to go. Obviously, I can't. I'm going to be away. But even still, Transylvania,
See what
Romania.
you just did there? He goes, yeah, let's go, but I'm going to be away. So
I would
me
go.
all excited
Bro,
to
I
go
would not. If I was
Transylvania.
off during this time,
Yeah.
let's say let's say if we went from the 26th, well,
I'm curious.
this week,
I'm curious what Romanian food would be like as well.
I don't know. That's the thing I need to look up.
I don't feel like it would be heavily seasoned food. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm going to be getting a big spice out there.
I don't think so either.
I feel like it's going to be a stew and mash. Go on.
Bro, Thursday to Thursday, if you book to go this week, right? It's a 2 hour 55-minute flight from Luton, £134.
Flipping out.
Return.
Now we just need to look at the hotels.
They have a Hampton by Hilton out there. They got like nice spa hotels. Have you actually looked at pictures of Transylvania?
I've really not, because I didn't think it was real. So I've probably only seen cartoon pictures of
Okay.
it.
Beautiful place.
Oh, wow, I got some Romanian. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Trudge. So we got.
Well, hold on. Before we do this,
Yeah,
can
go
I
on,
just
go
give a shout out to... Sorry, wow. Can I give a shout out to Aura, who was at the show when I talked about Transylvania? And she's the one who put me on because she's from there. She told me it's a beautiful place. The people are really, really nice. It's got, obviously, its reputation because of all the stories, and it has that eerie feel because of the stories. But the place is lovely, right? She's from there, raised there. So shout out to Aura. She put me on this, and I actually want to go Transylvania.
Are you sure you don't like Aura because she shares a couple of letters of your
letters
name?
of my name.
Is that what it is?
Could be why the case. But
cool.
no, she was so dope. Aura, big up yourself.
All right.
Let's have a look now.
Let's have a look at some Romanian dishes. That cabbage rolls.
Cabbage rolls.
I'll be honest.
I would.
I'd eat it, but if
Yes.
you're gonna hit me with a thing off the menu, cabbage is not. It's the word. It's just cabbage for me, innit?
It's not, it shouldn't be number one.
But it looks kind of like a
It says
cabbage roll. Looks like
cabbage roll is comfort food.
It looks like a spring roll. To be fair,
Why is cabbage roll a comfort food? But all right, so
you know, like when you get
some
Vietnamese
Malay-
spring rolls, and it's like they're made out of something instead of like the crispy samosa thing.
I see what you mean. Yeah, it does look good. Scroll up, Trudge. What else is there? No, down. Sorry, down. Scroll down. Polenta. Okay, yeah.
Polenta before. So yeah, polenta, mashed potato in it basically,
and with a bit of cheese in it.
Yeah.
Minced meat rolls.
I'm messing with those.
Okay, yeah.
That's looking like mustard as well. Come on, they're translated as they're called small ones. Yeah.
Small ones, okay.
Mickey because of the size of an
Small
adult
little-
finger. Okay.
Depends on the meat, but because I don't eat pork. I might have red meat once a year.
Once a year.
Yeah, I only eat fish, chicken.
And when you do treat yourself to the red meat, what do you have?
If I'm honest, it's the Five Guys that gets me.
Oh, so a burger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Five Guys. It's beef normally.
So you've not had cut into like a steak or a piece of roast beef for years?
I've not had a steak for years.
Would you say, like, if it was on the menu, would you? Is it a hard
Yeah.
fast rule? Once in a while, you might try it, or just,
I'll have it once in a while, but I cut red meat out because of just how rich it can be and how hard it is to digest at times.
Yeah, man.
Whereas fish and chicken, decent protein, easy to digest. But red meat, I've kept that cut out, but I'm not against having it once in a blue moon.
I've realised that about lamb. You know, I love lamb.
It's too rich.
Does not agree with me.
That's what I'm saying. Your
Doesn't
body,
agree with me at all.
it's hard for your body to throw it out.
I don't think it even. I feel like when I've eaten it, I feel like I'm full of lamb for about a week.
That's what I'm saying. So I'd rather like beef tripe soup. No, beef and tripe. No,
I love tripe. You know,
you love tripe. You love tripe.
I love tripe, man.
What's this one? Honoring the pig.
So Aurie's not on this, but let me have a look at this. This is it looks like bits of pork.
Okay.
And it's cold. If it starts in the cold.
Pamana Pacurlui? Louis, something like that.
I don't know, but it's pork.
Okay, scroll.
Aurie's passing on that
Babylon.
one.
Greaves. What's
Jamari
Greaves?
Greaves from the same sacrifice of the pig.
No.
The Romanians make a crunchy, salty starter called Jamari.
Wait,
it's
stop.
made by frying bits of
Stop.
bacon and pig fat.
Stop. How do they make pigs look like cornflakes?
It's pork. It looks like pork scratchings.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
But they look like they're thin cut slices of
I'd eat
cornflakes.
that with a spoon, you know.
I know you
Come
would.
on, man.
You eat Babylon food.
Put
my
a Guinness in. Put a Guinness in my right hand. I'm slapping one of those down.
That's
Give
you.
me a bowl
You do
of
that. Keep scrolling and he can have that. What's that? Sweetbread.
on
Now
that
I'm on that.
sweetbread.
That sweetbread. There is no Christmas or Easter without this traditional Romanian treat. The pride of every cook. Koznak can be a real challenge for a household because it has to be done right.
I like Koznak at Christmas. You know why? Because I'd have a Koznak next to my cognac. That's what I do. I have it. I don't know why. It just feels like it goes so well together.
He was proud of that. Can you tell? Haggis, lamb haggis. No,
Oh, look, it's got egg in it as well.
no, I'm not.
Oh,
on
you
that.
can tell I'm an absolute creature in it. I'll eat this. This looks
You'll eat
delicious.
anything,
It
bruv.
looks like meatloaf with a boiled egg
Toes,
inside.
anything.
Yeah, man. I'll eat chicken foot. Right.
No, I meant-
so Papa Nasi. I know
not
what
what
you.
I
I know.
That's not what I meant.
All right. Returning to desserts. This Paganassi has you coming back for more. Okay, so it's a donut-shaped cottage cheese and semolina mixture that is first fried and covered in sour cream and jam, preferably blueberry.
Yeah.
I might mess with that, you know.
I just need a Nando's in Romania and I'll be fine. There's got to be a Nando's there.
Yeah.
Beef salad. What is that?
That looks like a tartar,
I
bro.
respectfully, what is it? Hold on, scroll up. Salata
De
bouf. Bouf is beef, or buff or boof. Salata is obviously salad. Salad the beef.
Do you know what? That looks very close to a Iranian dish called solo d'olivier, yeah?
Okay.
And I'll be honest, bro, they say they make it with chicken as well, which I think some Iranian people do. I might have to mess with that, bro, because that's one of them dishes where I think that picture don't do it justice. If it is
Salata de
like
bouf.
potato salad
Okay.
with chicken in it
All right.
and extra flavors, and for me it's like
Whereas
carbs,
me-
protein, flavor. Yeah, go on, sorry.
Caveman.
Sound like my man. Anyway, carry on.
Shouts to Henchie.
Big respect to you, bruv, Henchy. Why have you got
Yeah.
to say his name for? Like,
Because-
bruv, I rate what you do. Mad respect for you. Yeah. I'm one of your biggest fans. Thank you.
He doesn't
Trying to
get
throw me
box
under
in
the
his
bus.
face.
Yeah.
Nah, that looks like a £5 cake from Asda with jelly beans on the top of it. And then you tell me it's got beef inside. It's probably like Rachel from Friends made it.
Ooh, like the beef trifle.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That is hilarious.
That is tasty. I've realized I've not spoken too much about tech. So I got the MetaQuest
snap.
coming in, but
Okay.
one thing that I'm very excited to try is I've got a pair of glasses. I'm going to call you with them that have got the capacity to hook into ChatGPT in a way that's live. So you can ask ChatGPT to basically translate stuff for you live. So I think there's potential for these glasses. You could be speaking in Spanish to me and they'll be telling me what you're saying in English live.
As a German speaker, I would like that people studied the language.
Yeah.
Right? Is that all you know?
Is that good, yeah?
Zagud.
Is that good, yeah?
Sehr gut.
Sehr good, yeah?
Sehr gut.
What, I know there's one German thing which means my good side, like it's und Schokoladen side or something. It means my sexy side or whatever. Big up my German people. It's like your Schokoladen. Honestly, I swear to God, your chocolate side is meant to be.
I know what you're saying.
What is it? Help me out.
Chocolade.
Chocolate. Yeah.
Chocolade.
Chocolate. Yeah, I don't know German. Hund. Dog.
Dog, yeah.
I'm out. I'm done.
Is that it?
Yeah. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag, good day.
Aurie, like that means like.
I thought you say my name.
Or no, like Aurie, like it's like not love, like love, lovely, like whatever.
Okay.
There you go. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything
Wunderbar.
Wonderful.
Vorsprung technique. Come on, bro. Come on.
The man did the guy.
Gluten charge and them thing there.
One technique.
Vorsprung technique.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Why do you know so much German?
I studied at school and I just kept it up. And I after school, I talk about it on stage.
That's heavy, man.
I talk about it on stage. I kept it up after school and I just
So if I threw you into Germany right now, you're
I'd be
nice.
fine.
You're like you could be like pass the potatoes, please.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of comedy.
In Germany.
Yeah, let's Dread.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. There's some comedy clubs in Germany.
What is it? What is like? I can't believe that German comedy is that far from British comedy now. I reckon back in the day where there was a massive like culture divide before internet, I can imagine comedy in different countries being very horrible.
It's the translation though. Like satire and irony doesn't translate in all languages. That's why when you go to places like Japan, for example, Japan are very literal. So when it comes to sarcasm and irony, when you're doing it, they believe what you're saying. So my aunt just came back from there and she was telling me when you go there, you could say something which is ironic or sarcastic or being playful, but you have to kind of explain that. Not because they don't understand it maybe in their own terminologies, in their own language, but English sarcasm, what doesn't translate over when it comes to sarcasm, we can hear the tone, we know what you're doing.
Yeah.
That doesn't translate over. So if I'm saying something like, yeah, I'm hungry, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
When they hear it, it's like, yes, I'm hungry.
Okay, right. In Germany, like, could you do a set in Germany? Like, do you reckon you could do a set
I
like that?
couldn't. No.
Okay. Do you know like a German joke that's like wouldn't translate over here? Like, you know, I'm not gonna do it because
I don't watch comedy.
Okay, right.
I don't watch. I watch TV shows in German. I watch. This is to keep it up because if you don't do it, you'll lose it. And I have lost it before, and I've had to pick it up again. I watch shows where I listen to the audio's in German, but the subtitles in English, or vice versa. Shows are cool, but the translation.
German friends. What is that? What is German for friend?
Freunde.
Freude. Freudes.
Well, friend is. This is the thing. Even Freund, Freund, Freund.
Freund.
Right. That also is friend, as in my like my boyfriend, girlfriend. Right. So Freundin. You could say. So it's weird. For like partner, you could say partner or partnerin, which is like the male and female for partner and partnerin. Freund, you could say the same thing as like my friend.
Yeah, my friend.
Yeah. But because friend, you can say friend and Freundin, which is male and female. There's no girlfriend. It's friend. If that makes sense.
Right,
it's the female of friend. So you'd have to say girlfriend beforehand. Whereas people here would translate it and say girlfriend. It wouldn't make sense there because the girlfriend is a female. It's Freundin. Right. So that's why some of the things don't translate as much. Like breakfast. I had this conversation with Shana actually recently, translating different words. Breakfast in German, if I'm saying I'm having breakfast here, I am having breakfast. Having to us is also eating breakfast in the context of eating breakfast. But eating is the word eating, essen in German. Okay. But there is no I am eating breakfast sentence that you would say in German. You would say ich frühstücke, which is in the word frühstücke is breakfast, but also to be eating breakfast. Okay. 2 words. I frühstücke. I'm currently eating my breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah. Or I eating breakfast.
Is that why like a German person might say like, let's go make a party or something like that? Because there's like...
Yes, because when you translate back to English, some of the things that they might say, the bit at the beginning of the word, like the isn't there because of some of the words, is the context of it is already within that one word and vice versa. And that I'm not even a language specialist. I just understand that from studying it.
Okay.
Some things just don't translate exact.
Okay, Aurie, so I'm somebody who, as soon as I find somebody who can speak another language,
Oh no, I'm not doing
always ask them for like swear words and rude things.
I'm
now,
not doing this.
I'm also, people know that because they're teaching me a language that isn't true, I don't know about, they can lie to me. So I have had German friends
Okay.
that have told me that there are phrases in German that when you translate them into British, they sound very rough and raw. Now, you may not know these because I doubt you can have these kind of
I'm not here
conversations.
studying the swear words.
I doubt you.
So I might have to
Apparently,
Google some of them just for myself.
Is there
of
a
the swear
German
words.
phrase of sorts that means when you make love to somebody, translates as like smashing their life away or something like that? That's what a German person told. Honestly, a German person told me this. They said it translates to like, I smashed their life away. Like men and women can use it, and I'm like, that is the most early 2000s grime way of saying you were with someone.
I don't know.
Smash your life. Yeah.
Like
You mashed up in a
don't-
wheelchair.
like, I
You want to
don't
clash
know.
this evil. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, go on.
like you see how you might go to America
Yeah.
and bust it open or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Well, yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I got swear words here. I know a few, like Shice is the most
Busting it
basic
open.
one.
Yeah, Shiza. Busting it opens. I think that. I like that.
I'll read some for you.
Yeah, sorry.
if you
Anyway,
want.
yeah, go on. That's
I'll
that's
read some
relevant,
for
yeah.
you.
Yeah, go.
All right, what? Because I don't know the swear words. Because
Blow that back out is, by the way, it's one of my favorite. Like, it's not German saying. It's
What?
just a very. So, yeah,
Blow
blew that back out. Yeah.
So you've got
Trudge is like, we need to end this soon. Sorry.
yeah.
Trudge.
No, Trudge is worse than you.
Really?
Yes.
I'm just saying the words.
So you've got all right. Shice obviously verdammt, which is like
What's verdammt?
verdammt, like damn it.
Okay.
You've got schlamp. What does schlamp sound like to you?
Schlamp. Schlong.
No.
Schlamp.
Think of Missy Elliott.
Schlamp. No, I'm not getting schlamp.
Dun 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 dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun,
dun.
dun.
It's schlamp when they say my name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Bitch. Missed. See, missed is one, but missed it to us is
Yeah.
missed.
Never broke a bone
It's like
in my body.
crap.
Yeah, go on, yeah. All right, crap, yeah. Missed.
This one's easy. Arschloch.
Arschloch. Oh, shit. Oh, damn.
Arsch.
Arsehole.
Yeah.
Arschloch.
Yeah.
Say that again?
Arschloch.
I like that. Arschloch. Yeah.
So the big one you're thinking is like the RFs and RC words, like FOTS is how they would say it over there.
Yeah, Fots.
FOTZE.
Fots, okay. Scheiße.
Shiza shit.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Alright.
I don't really study. I'm looking at these like some of these I don't know. Yeah, I don't know,
Heavy.
but I don't study the swear words. Mine is conversational, so I can have a combo.
No, yours like real. Like I will walk up to a German person, immediately offend them.
yeah.
That's what I do. Whereas you'll be
I'm
like
not gonna
talking
do
to them.
that.
Yeah, you'll be like having a nice conversation. You'll be like,
Hello, wie geht's? Wie
Hi,
heißt
yeah.
du? Wie alt bist du? Trying to get to know someone.
exactly. And they'll be like, Scheiße, Arschtat, whatever. Smash your life away properly. Friggin' who knows what I'm saying
But
to
he's
them.
dying. Arschloch.
Yeah, Arschloch.
doing
Like,
like that.
don't worry about him.
I'm not doing
You'll
none of
have
that.
to learn. If you're with me, you have to learn the German to say like, I'm his carer. Like, I'm
Yeah,
looking
it
after
would
him.
be like that.
Don't worry about him. He was born this way.
yeah.
Yeah. His like German for he's not on his meds or whatever.
His
'cause I'll
mind
be
is
acting up. Bro.
schlecht, which
Yeah.
is bad.
Yeah, man. Oh, I've had fun being here,
It's
man.
dope.
It's been good.
It's dope.
I've enjoyed myself.
It's a nice, easy vibe. See what I'm saying?
It is.
Hold
man.
on, before we bounce out,
Yeah.
we need to run no topics, which is fine.
Oh shit, we were to run topics
a
as well.
couple, but let's be honest. This whole episode is we filmed it on the same day as we filmed the one with some topics in there, so we're going to be predicting the.
Have we
news.
got no topic? Can we do one topic?
We can. Throw some.
See,
One that's
this
timeless.
is called overstaying your welcome. See,
No, no,
Aurie
no.
was about to wrap this up, and I was like,
You were going to wrap it up
have one more drink, please.
sounded like he was wrapping it up.
Nah,
because he was like, "Well, this has been
nah,
fun."
It's been good.
It's
I've
been
got
good.
all the time in the world for you.
I
bro.
got 3 topics loaded up. I'm trying to choose the best one here.
Which one is less time specific? Because obviously it might change over the time.
Okay, quite literally, probably this one.
Escape artist Tortoise reunited with owner after 3 years on the run.
Shut up.
Damn.
Shut up.
Damn.
Let me tell you something. If a tortoise ran for 3 years getting away from their owner,
Yeah.
they didn't want to be reunited. There is no way that
Imagine that.
tortoise going at that speed.
That is an awkward walk from the bottom of the road, bringing the tortoise back after 3
This
years.
is what I'm saying.
Didn't get very far.
Exactly. 3 years, that tortoise could only probably move from London to maybe Luton. 3 years.
We all want to know how far did the
How far did they get? Trying to cross a state road. All right, the officers described the tortoise as unusual and were initially unaware of its sex.
Okay.
Why did you need it?
Why do you need to know the sex of it if it's
Right,
lost?
if it's a female, I'll help her, but if it's a man, he'll find his way
Yeah,
home.
do you reckon that's what it is? No, because they'll feel like this must be a man because they didn't ask for directions, did it?
There you go.
3 years, yeah.
When someone did claim the tortoise, they told the police department they had been gone. She had been gone, so as a female, since June 2020. Yeah, but she was found 5 miles. Yo,
I don't even do the maths for that.
Bruv,
How many miles per hour is that?
let me see. I'll do it now.
Flipping hell.
That is, you can't have me 5 miles from my house, and I've been traveling for 3 years.
That's slower than 1 mile a year.
Yep. Oh, definitely. All right. So if we're going 5 miles and they went, so how many years? 3 years.
Yeah, 3.
All right. 3 years. 3 times, we're doing miles per hour, innit? It's an hour.
Yeah.
Rah, 3
That's what I
times-
mean, like, yeah.
365, that's a day, times 24. Okay. 26,280. So miles, right? 26,280.
While Aurie's doing this, I'm spelling boobs on the same calculator multiple times. That's what I'm doing.
All right. Do you want to do it in miles?
Miles per hour.
So every hour, right? This tortoise went 0.000111416 miles per hour.
Listen. Yeah.
Should I do that in-
You know that
in
tortoise was
yards?
bumping ludicrous 2 miles an hour for that whole time. 2 miles an hour.
Do you know what? I'll translate that to you're an idiot. You know that. But I love it. I'm going to translate that to kilometers and then do it down to centimeters, right? An hour. So 3 miles in km is exactly. I'm the maths guy, bro. What can I say?
5? I'm going to say 5. 5 kilometers.
4.8.
Oh, close.
All right.
Come on.
4.8. 4.8 divided by 4.8 divided by 26280.
Remember that 15-second button? Slap it a couple
All right.
times.
Kilometers. So I could do it in meters. So meters would be times 1,000. Could do it in centimeters because we're in meters. 100.
Whatever. I would trust whatever number you say right now.
18 centimeters per hour.
Flipping hell.
18 centimeters per hour. That tortoise traveled.
There's a couple of problems I have here, Aurie.
Go ahead.
One is calling this tortoise that went at how many centimeters an hour?
18 centimeters per hour and escape.
An artist. Yeah? An artist. I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I feel like any
Yeah.
extravagant words, anything that is beyond the mediocre is too much credit for this. Because even for a tortoise,
That's slow.
this is slow.
Bruv, 3310 WAP could download a movie quicker than that.
Bro,
It's the truth.
bro, I feel like my hair could grow longer than this, yeah? Anyway, right.
Your
My hair
hair-
could grow
you got
faster
good
than
hair,
this.
what are you talking about?
I got good hair.
You
My
got
hair
good
could
hair,
grow
man.
faster than this. But like, also, I feel like maybe, right,
Go on.
there was a missing tortoise and maybe a chancer just said, yeah, that's my tortoise.
I feel like
How long's
that's
it
the
gone missing
case.
for? 3 years. Yeah, yeah.
I feel like that's the case. I'll be honest. How did that 5 miles is not far, but also
yeah.
going that slow, someone's seen you. 'cause
Someone's
you've
seen
crossed
it.
roads.
How long have you left the fucking front door open for that to happen?
You've crossed roads. Yeah, that front door had to be open for days for you to escape.
Bro, we've gone to Transylvania. We've had a holiday. We've
come
met
back.
up with Aura. We've come back with
Yeah.
vibes, whatever. And that motherfucker isn't even halfway down the stairs.
Yeah, it's not happening. Well. All right, give us the next one because that big up to whatever the tortoise is called.
What was its name? What was its name?
It had a name at the top, didn't it? Oh no, it didn't.
This is how we know it's stolen. If you have a pet tortoise, you're gonna be like, oh, Lucky or Speedy or Sonic. Do you know what I mean? Like Sonic the tortoise has gone missing. You're gonna. This person's just a chancer. They've hung around. They said the police have come back and they've gone flipping out. What are we going to do with a tortoise that we've found? And someone's gone, that's mine. They've gone wicked. Sign the paperwork off. Quick little press release. Boom.
The tortoise is in pretty rough shape, a little rough shape after enduring few harsh winters. Shouldn't have left.
Imagine that. Shouldn't have left the house.
Shouldn't have left. All right, man sold all his possessions and bet entire life savings on one single roulette spin. Returned to Vegas 15 years later.
You remember this? They basically aired like a whole thing about this on Sky One back in the day.
Yep.
He
So wait.
sold all his possessions.
Did he win on the bet.
Yeah, back in the day.
He put it all on red. Was it on? It was on red, innit?
Red.
Put it all on red.
And he got it.
See, I like this because I understand this type of gambling. You go in and you say, I bet my money is going to go on red or black. If I lose my money. If I get it right, it comes back.
My heart will burst in my chest.
This guy did it with his whole life. It's proverbially slightly less better odds than a coin flip for all of your possessions. So, Aurie, imagine that. You sold everything up, liquidized it all the cash is there, and you have a slightly worse odds than a coin flip to win twice as much.
That's a gambling addict. That's not healthy. Hold on, let me see. So what did he won? What did he win? He went 15 years later to have another go. Brother, leave it out. Stay home. Go home and keep your winnings.
These are the good old days of reality TV where they were just making up stuff and going for it, you know.
He sold off pretty much everything he owned. He marched into the plaza with 76,840 in his pocket, made his way to the roulette table. Once the question remained, red or black, he later admitted he'd been thinking about putting on black, but since then the viewers voted that he ought to bet it on red. He followed their lead.
Oh, that was it. They had like people phone in to say, what should he bet on, red or black?
Mad.
Yeah.
You think I'm asking anybody else for life decisions like that?
But he went in with his 77,000 pounds almost. And
What did he win after betting it on red? What was the return on that?
He must have doubled that.
I think it's double. So this is the gambling I kind of
only
so you get
doubled.
doubled. So he doubled it, and that he was 32 then, which I think is a little bit too old to be making them kind of rash decisions. If he was sub 20, I'd be like, wow, this guy's braids.
No, bro, it was 76. He put down 76.
Yeah.
He won 153 grand, if my calculator is correct.
Yeah. 15 years later, he returned for another go at the roulette.
No,
table.
don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. You see how you beat death once, yeah? And then you go do them things again. Don't be that guy. You don't do them things, fam.
You don't do them things.
You don't do them things.
I'm becoming more and more risk averse as I get older now.
I think that's what you
nature,
get
right?
more conservative. You get more conservative the older you become. Is
Yeah.
what they say, and not just. I don't mean politically conservative, but just in life.
Yeah.
You don't want to do half the things you were doing as a kid. Like I don't think I'll ever get bored of roller coasters, but I know there are some that I used to go on.
Yeah.
That like the drop down one, you
Yeah.
can fling me on that. Now I'm like my stomach will turn.
I think I'm still good for that now.
Yeah,
But any new sport,
yeah.
I'm okay to watch from the sidelines. My last could have had a surgery injury was 2019, and that was trying skiing. I'm good.
And I'm a skier.
You know what? It's a lovely sport.
I'm a skier.
And the year before I tried snowboarding.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Almost popped my collarbone. But
How did you manage to do that?
so I was on a ski. I tried to run before I could walk in it. I tried
that was going to be the case.
I tried to green run before I should have green run because I wasn't even talking about black. So I did the
Green,
training.
You mean blue or red or
I don't even know it. So what's the basic one, the baby one?
blues?
So I did some blues, and it was a bit too easy. Like I wasn't gaining any momentum to move.
Okay.
So I stepped up to what's the next level?
Red.
Couldn't stop.
Of
Ended
course.
up going into like some safety stuff, but like I mashed up my shoulder. But bruv, can you imagine me, like probably 20 stone at the time, going down a 45-degree angle slope, or he looks very good in his ski and stuff. Show this picture. Imagine me flying down at like probably 20 miles an hour, bro. It was exhilarating and fun, but I threw my shoulder so bad. It looks so much fun skiing. Threw my shoulder so bad. Came back. Lockdown happened by the time I was meant to get surgery and I had to do physio, and I'm all right now. But
Yeah, that's mad.
I am now very comfortable going. Say I could go skiing with you,
But you
when it
won't
came to the
ski.
skiing part,
Yeah.
I'm sitting at the bar.
Okay,
I'm
that's
skiing
fair
some
enough.
shots down.
I know people that are like that, and that's understandable.
Yeah.
For me, now I love skiing.
Would you still pick up a new sport though, like a new thing? Like I might do skydiving or bungee jumping or something
new
again.
sport?
But would you pick up like a new extreme sport? Like would you go for snowboarding now, or would you say nah, that's a bit too late?
I think when you're a skier and you've done skiing, there's always beef between skiers and snowboarders. I don't think I would go snowboarding. Not because I'm afraid to, but I'm trained to face forward and hip turn rather than be on my hip and that be my new forward.
Okay.
So it's not because of a fear of it with snowboarding. It's just I've picked the one that I would do. I'm on the same. I'm doing my thing on this lane. Snowboarding's cool, but I'm good for skiing.
You hitting up the black runs?
I've done a few. But
For the
I
man
don't-
them that are listening, that's not like where the man them chill on the slope and that.
It's
That's not how just the level of hardness, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Europeans' way of saying the blacks are deadly.
Yeah.
The blacks are deadly. Yeah. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Now, blacks is the reason they call it black is because it's the steepest one and also ice.
Yeah.
It's the closest to getting darker ice on those ones as well.
Fuck that.
I won't do them.
I'm drinking hot chocolate, man. I'm watching you do that. I'm like, you can go.
I'll do blues.
Yeah.
I'll do reds. Yeah. Only some reds. I did red last year with a few people. No, this year, sorry. Let me tell you something. The red that I did, it was so cold and the whole thing was, it was a warm day in the mountain and then the next day was cold. So some of the ice melted and freezes. Shit. That's what happens when it gets warm and then cold. Yeah. It's a dangerous bit. What you want is when they call when you got new powder. That's the best time to ski or to snowboard because it's new snow. That means your skis and your snowboard is resting on something that's softer. You can control a bit more. It gets a bit heavy. You can control a bit more, but it's better than you going on something and it's icy. I went on one. It took me what would take me maybe half a minute to ski down it, took about 5 to 10 minutes to go across because I couldn't go straight down. I couldn't keep control.
See, that's what I struggled at was the turning bit. And I couldn't turn enough, so I just ended up going straight down the hill.
So you have to think about pointing where your skis go, and that's how you turn. Some people go, let me turn it. No, just lift your foot, slightly lift your foot, turn it, and that's when you'll go.
Yeah, I mean, you're making it sound easy,
but when you're on there, you're scared because of stability and stuff.
Absolutely not as easy as you're making it sound.
And lean, and if you're on something deep, lean up the mountain. So if you're facing forward, if you lean backwards and turn, it's easier to turn your body away. If you're going sideways and you want to slow down a bit more, best way to control yourself is to go sideways, but also if you can't stop with your feet, which you can, but you're scared to, lean towards the mountain because if you fall, you're only going to fall onto the side where the mountain is and you've stopped. Always lean upwards towards the mountain. The people that lean down against them, they're skiers.
Okay.
They are flying past. Ignore them.
I wish I had this advice 4 years ago, but luckily my shoulder is back in place.
Come snowbombing.
My life insurance doesn't even cover that shoulder anymore. That's how much I mashed it up. Come snowboard bombing.
Yeah.
I'll be at the bar.
Then come to the bar. I think the headline acts this year, I think Fatboy Slim's coming back this year. Actually.
Is it? I listen to some of that oots out there. I'm up for that, man.
Bro,
Fatboy Slim's doing a lot of gigs, you know. He just done a secret gig for a brand thing that was all like E or something.
Doesn't surprise me. He was on our plane coming back and he was right front row. And as soon as people walked in, he went, "Oh, Norman," like that. And he was pissing him off so much. I'm doing it next year. So I've been booked. Hold on.
That's another thing where he's going to invite me to as well. Like,
snowbombing. Let me see. I'm going to see. I've been booked. I know that much.
Are you doing comedy in the snow?
It'll be in one of the bars. And then we do
like?
brunch. Top of the mountain. Oh, it's dope. Brunch at the top of the mountain. Let me show you.
You should do a UKG brunch out there.
We did.
Oh, is that what we did? Oh,
I've done 2 years of UKG brunch out there. And then I do comedy with Altitude, do a festival the week before. And then the week after, Altitude provides some comedy in snowbombing. I'll show you. So if I go to my maps here, this is what I love about Apple. Just throwing that one in there right now. I go to my maps here. I go to, there's Meyerhofen. All right. If I scroll down to where the video is, where I did like an after video.
For those of you that listen via audio, Aurie's scrolling through his phone right now.
Thank you for letting them know.
Looking at pictures.
Of me at snowbombing.
Of him at snowbombing.
I do an after video.
He's doing an after video.
And the after video that I did is dope. It just shows you.
Dope.
Yeah. Just repeating what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Someone proposed at snowbombing. It was so good.
Wow. Someone proposed.
Yeah. Top of the mountain. Proposed, and it was at our UKG brunch.
That's fucked up, man.
Why?
We need to stop doing that.
Why?
Because the person can't say no.
Good. It's a trap.
Yeah, wow.
It's a trap.
Like, you can't say no. Like, you can't do that.
They wanted to be married. You're not stupid. You're not going to propose to your, you're in a relationship with someone. You're not going to propose to your partner if you think they're going to say no.
Sometimes people do it in public, get the yeah, and then they get back home.
I think that's polite.
It's
say
no.
yeah in front of everybody, and then later on, I was joking, right?
Yeah, but you know what? It's fine because you're doing it to save their face.
Yeah.
I just think, I don't know, man. Look, each to their own. I just think it's mad to throw that amount of pressure, unless you really know that person.
I think it's polite. I'm not going to lie to you.
To do it. Yeah, no, to say yeah. No, it is polite to say yeah, but imagine you then having to bear the news that you are then reversing that.
I don't mind. Hold on. Here you go. I want to mute the audio, bring it down a little bit because I don't want it to trigger when it goes on YouTube.
Aurie showed me his video. I'm going to talk it. There's grass. There's him enjoying snow, fresh trim and beard. It looks so much fun. He's skiing as well, making it look very easy. Back to the valley. There's a room full of people. He's doing a dance with a towel on his shoulders. There's a DJ pretending he's not cold. Aurie,
we weren't cold at the top of the mountain. It was all right.
Right. Is there heating up there?
When you're on the top of a mountain and it's a warm day,
Cool.
It's just loads of sun. It's only the cold is the snow, but you're pretty warm. So you can walk. You're a bit cold like in the cross breeze, but you don't get much of a breeze up there.
Heavy. People just do nothing with it, yeah?
Yeah.
Heavy. All right. Well, I might have to go out there. There was a quick picture of Aurie in a sauna.
As well.
A little, and and another. So you saunaed how to. It's a German way to do sauna naked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
It's European. I've done it in
yeah.
Amsterdam, like a nude spa and everything.
It's it's meant to be for hygiene, though, isn't it?
Very hygienic, yeah.
Because you're not got any of the like cloth or anything that would carry that bacteria. You wash that, but they wash down everything before they sit down.
I went and got a massage out there, yeah. The second time I went snowboarding, they gave me the thing that covers
The paper pants.
Paper one, and it's string thong.
Yeah.
And this one was massaging my body, and my butt cheeks are everywhere and all sorts. And I swear, I felt like if I sneezed incorrectly, one of the balls would have fallen out of the paper tick.
Yeah.
It was so fragile.
What would be funny, is if that happened and she just tucked it back in. like nothing sexual at all, but just was like, there you go, sir. Like that. Tucked it in. And then like maybe like readjusted the package and then gave it a little pat, like there you go, you're all right.
That is funny.
Like I got you. Like you know that kind of ones, I got you.
I'm pondering
That's
on clip.
the most professional.
I actually want to clip that point on Insta. I'm not gonna lie. Would it be good if they just tucked it back in for you?
Popped it in. Get me. On your way.
I'm imagining when I had it, if she did that, but no, she wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, man.
It was wild. But
What kind of massage did you get?
I was just like, because I was skiing and all that, so it was just like back and shoulders, legs.
I want all that.
Yeah?
Without the skiing.
Do
I'll
it.
that, yeah.
Without the skiing, you ain't earned it then.
I'll go gym.
There is a gym there that I use when I'm up there as well. It's dope.
Gym and ski.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was there for 2 weeks, so I didn't ski every day. I skied like it. If I had like Monday to Friday the first week, I probably skied 3 of those days. The second week, Monday to Friday, I skied 4 of those days. Still 7 days of skiing. But I would fit in gym, or I go gym in the morning and then ski in the afternoon.
Did you party out there as well?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not really a raver. So after a day of partying on the slopes, or the brunch bits, I would then go ski, and then I'd go back to my hotel and chill.
Yeah, man.
People are raving it up.
Do you like having a drink? I like a solid drink now. I'm quite sensible.
I'm okay
but I like
with
a
it.
Christmas drink now.
I'm okay with it, but some people like a drink and then a drink and then a drink. And I'm not that guy.
You're not that guy.
One Bailey's, solid.
You're nice. And then you're driving home.
Because I'm always driving.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be drinking heavy.
Do you ever let loose?
I do, but my let loose means picking up my PS5 pad and thumping out a game.
So it's like not a second Bailey's, just a 1 Bailey's and Spiderman 2.
I ain't got it yet, but yeah. Don't. I know. Don't give me that face. I'm gonna beat him up, I really am. Let me show you a list, right? Look, I know it's gonna be good. Better than the first. I hate his face right now. He's got the most slappable face right now.
What I'm gonna say is, right, you had Peter Parker, you had Miles Morales.
Now you got both.
The shift between them is so nice because you did notice there was a different in animation and play style when you
But
played
now
this.
you see it when you play them both together.
Man. I think probably I would say previously my favorite superhero computer games by the same developer were the Arkham series.
I knew you were going to say Arkham. Arkham's so good. But now Sony's taking it with this.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you.
Is it Cryware?
Insomnia.
Insomniac. Yeah.
Insomniac, sorry, yeah. Probably one of the best games I've ever played. Like it's small detail. See, this is kind of How to Kill an Hour. For me, it's not about the high performance mode or high fidelity stuff like that. For me,
I'm cool with that.
It's stuff like this is what they were the purveyors of this. And I remember this because I played this game in 2018, their first game, 2018 at E3, way before it came out. The seamlessness of the way the energy changes in the game. So when you're chilling, your character can be not in a cutscene, just talking to another character. Maybe
That.
As soon as you start swinging, you hear their breath start to change,
and even when the phone call and they're like, hold on a minute, and they fight and they go, sorry, what was you saying? Then carry on.
Exactly. And you hear the music come in, like the music, the tension comes in, so you like in the background.
Build you up.
I'm really Spider-Man out here.
Even when you stop, when you're swinging and you stop at the top of a skyscraper, music stops quiet.
Exactly, it's fantastic.
And then you swing. And then when you get to the fight scenes, it's like all the fight scenes, and then it builds up to the climax. Yeah. And then done. Amazing. There's a lot of games that are like that. Like I noticed that I think the first game I ever played that really showed that to me was Gears of War. Mm-hmm. Right? When you interact with like hordes, and it would go dun 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 dun. Done, and you know it's time.
Exactly.
Look at that.
Feels like you're in a movie. So your list of computer games is unreal.
That I need to buy. That I haven't bought yet.
Christ. Do you know what, bro? If I were you, I'd just knock some of them on the head and keep it pushing, bro.
Which ones would you knock on the head? Remember, I'm a Switch guy as well.
I'll probably knock.
The ones that are ticked, I've already got.
I'll probably knock Arkham Trilogy on the head.
I've already got Arkham. I got Arkham Asylum and Arkham Knight on my PS5 as PS game
probably
downloads.
That and Alan Wake I'll probably get rid of because I'm a bit shook.
Yeah.
I'm just shook.
Don't you?
I'm a shookhead.
I'd
watch you play it.
Look what Trudge just did. You want Alan Wake, don't you?
I love it. I love
Bro,
I'd watch you play it, but I couldn't play it. I couldn't play it with you.
Bro,
I couldn't play it by myself.
I don't play scary games. But the first one, phenomenal. Yeah. And because it really did get me jumping, but I was so hooked. So the only game that I've said is a scary game that I'll play, but I don't like scary games, but I have to finish the story. Yeah. That's why I want to get number 2. But the rest of them, I could knock Arkham Trilogy. I just want it for the Switch when I'm on the go. But I know it's going to be hard to play on a smaller screen. Yeah. Unless I dock it. When I dock it, it'll be good because then it'll be easier to see what you're doing.
Do you do that when you're in a hotel? You just dock it and crack on?
Only when I'm away for like a long time. So I'm carrying my dock with me when I go to Egypt. Yeah. But I'm not in hotels for a night. I just play it on my handheld. Yeah. But when I'm in Egypt, dock it, play it on the big screen in my room.
Can't lie, Nintendo Switch still for me, and I'm a big PlayStation fan, has to be one of the best
releases,
innovative consoles in my life. And I love Nintendo for it because sometimes it doesn't go well. But sometimes they come up with stuff that's amazing. Without Nintendo, we would not have GoldenEye. Yeah, which
that's
changed shooters,
first-person shooters,
and changed narrative in games for ever. Yeah, like, and this is a bit of an old foots thing to say, but GoldenEye was probably one of the best games ever. Like, but this Nintendo Switch, I just love how it's very, like, you can share it. The fact that you can break off the two, I know it's been out for years, but the fact you can break the two controllers off the side, share it and play a game, whatever. All right, it's not ideal controllers, but you can,
it's still better
just
than
made
nothing.
to be a community. Yeah. And even the original, the first console before the OLED version came out. Flipping loved it. Anyway, look, bruv, I've taken bare your time, bruv.
Fine.
I'm gonna have to get out of it, or
it's fine.
You're flying out. You know, you've done last week's episode and this week's episode.
In one. I'm good. But no, it's true. We should wrap this up because I got to edit both of these.
Is it? Raw, boy.
Yeah. I'm going to edit both. All right.
Well, what are you going to edit out of this? I'm curious.
I'm not editing nothing out. The only thing I might take out is if there... No, this one I'm not taking anything out. It's only when you came last episode and it was like, oh, well, I got big up, bruv. Yeah. That bit I'll cut out. But other than that, I tend to not edit that much out unless the topic is too dark.
That's right. Let me just start talking.
And then we're finished right now. Thank you very much.
Your mama back way.
This guy.
Yeah, cool.
What you got coming up that you want to let people know about?
So what have I got coming up? I've actually made a shift with How to Kill an Hour. We're actually changing our content on the podcast in a really nice direction. And we've already done a bit of it. So I'd want to push people to go and check out the How to Kill an Hour podcast. Also at the same time, just as much fun, I've got a podcast I do with K Kurd called Ain't Got a Clue. So whereas on How to Kill an Hour, I talk a little bit about tech, and you can hear about the like ChatGPT glasses that I'm going to get, the MetaQuest and stuff and it's with my boy Sean, who's from Northwest as well. He's really like good friend of mine. So the chemistry's there. Kay and I on Ain't Got a Clue literally sit down and shoot the shit about stuff we have not got a clue about. It's hilarious, isn't it? Yeah. You will join us on the show when you're back. You will come and join us on the show.
You've invited me a couple of times and I've not been around.
Yeah,
so
you'll be around. Fine. We'll bring you on the show. So and that's really good. So I'd love you to just check out both of those podcasts. We're looking at doing some live offerings in 2024, but I think right now, I just want people to get to How to Kill an Hour.
K's on tour right now, so
He
I know
is.
there's probably some episodes where you've had to either record early or you've had to push back or whatever.
I've just been doing recordings at like whenever. Like,
Okay,
you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
like today, innit? I was like, look, Aurie, I really want to come on the pod.
Running and jumping
and do
and
it.
fitting the time.
This is when's this? This is probably going to be out after his tour's out, innit? Or is it going to be
His
out?
tour's already out, isn't it? So
After his last tour's finished though? Like when is this?
oh, what date is that? That's coming up now, isn't it?
When's this coming
Let's
out?
give him a plug for that. K-Curd is doing Apollo.
Apollo, yeah.
Let's give him a plug for that,
Make sure you
bro.
go to KAEKURD.com. Get your tickets for his tour.
Yeah, he's doing Apollo. And Apollo's a big room, so I know that like he's pushing that one, and the tickets are going pretty good for that. But we just want to make sure that it's all sold out
On the 3rd of
November, which is a Friday.
Yeah.
No, this will come out before then. So yeah, make
Okay,
sure.
wicked. Yeah, make sure you go and get tickets. I wasn't sure, so I didn't.
Yeah,
didn't wanna mention
3rd
that.
of November. This will come out. This comes out on the Wednesday before it. So yeah.
Just like you, or he's found his own funny as well, which is good, man. That's what's
Yeah.
good about you, and both of you actually, both really like each other's comedy as well, and you're funny in your own way, man.
We are funny.
That's
now,
why I
right?
like it, man. So yeah, make sure you check that out. What else have I got going on? I think that's all. I just want to push people to the pods as well, man. Like, yeah, man, listen to this podcast. Listen to this podcast.
Before you do, look at that picture. Now remember Vlad the Impalers.
Oh shit. We need to talk to Kay.
Yeah, okay.
We need to talk to Kay. We need to talk. Kay is one permed moustache away from looking like Vlad.
Yeah. It's how sharp it is in the cheekbones. It's the cheekbones mainly.
Yeah, man, that is a proper press shot, isn't it? Look at that. Man.
Yeah, so what was you saying?
Yeah, no, I just want people to go and watch the pods, and I'll be putting out a lot of content on my social as well. So Marcus Bronzy on Instagram and on YouTube and on Twitter and stuff like X. But on Instagram, I'm really embracing the reels and stuff. So I've got some really cool content coming up. So when this episode drops, I'll have done a review of the new Land Rover Defender 75-year edition, Badman Whip. I'll be doing the MetaQuest stuff. I've got those ChatGPT glasses.
If there's any...
Also, I'm getting into like luxe food and drinks as well. So like I'm starting to get on the whiskey and the brandies and that.
Bro, if there's any bits... I remember I said this before to you and you were like, bro, show me that you can get some stuff done and do. If there's any bits you want to throw this way, you want us to do, I can do now because we got the space.
Okay.
That's one. And two, if there's any of that stuff you just don't want anymore and that you're like, this is just piling up, I will take it.
It's mad. If I told you how many people said that to me every
I say
single
all
week,
the time.
it's
I've
crazy
told
out
him
there.
this many a times, but people say half this. I know, like Land Rover, you got to give back, but
Well, it's funny. It's just
nah, don't you dare tell me.
No, I'm not being gifted a Land Rover, but like, yeah. So just more content like that. So for me, it's like I'm very willing and I'm knowledgeable enough to enjoy and review luxury tech. However, I will deliver the information around it in a way that's realistic, man. I keep it
Luxury
real.
tech, the drink. I'm raiding his studio when I get a chance.
I've got some nice yaks, you know, that have come my way that I need to try as well. Like I've got some good Metaxa, like so they're like a Greek. They can't call it cognac or brandy now because I think France, who make laws, so you can only like call a champagne that comes from champagne. You can only call a cognac something that came from cognac. They're like that, but it's a very nice brandy that I last had in Greece. That was
Nice.
at a friend's wedding, and I
Nice,
got them
nice.
mash up during the day. That's a story for another pod. I promise I'll tell you about that. That's
Calm.
one of the
I
craziest
enjoy
times.
that, man.
Anyway, Aurie, bruv, thanks for having me, bro.
Come on.
Appreciate
Big
that,
up,
bro.
bruv. Trudge, you done Doghouse.
Yep.
Wink.
Also,
Wink.
can I just say that was mad disrespect for that cough earlier on in the pod. Like we have to come back to that. Trudge, I'm listening to the pod for the next few weeks, and we can't have more of that, bro. Because you threw him
You should have
at a really important point.
You should have been here when he coughed, just after he had COVID.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
He was tested negative and all sorts. He went off for like 10 days for COVID. He come back here, just finished. Everything's negative. The man's still up here coughing, blood.
Really?
It wasn't great.
How was COVID for you? Because it's doing the rounds again, you know.
Yeah, no, it was bad. Like that was probably the worst I had it. I'd say that was the third time I got it, and that was bad. Like,
3 times.
yeah.
This man has got no immune system.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't.
Really, I've only had it once, you know, and I only just got it at the start of this year. That's the only
Never
time I
had
got COVID. Never had it.
Never had it.
Tested regular for working when I was
Yeah.
working
Yeah.
at the BBC. Never had it.
And I presume you've been jabbed as well, innit, because of work.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me suspicious like that?
Saying,
Did you have a plastic false arm or something like that?
I got the. I didn't get booster. I got the 2.
And you not getting COVID, may that be a testament to your hygiene. See, the numbers don't lie. I told you, he's a clean guy. He was washing his hands. Yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, it takes more than that, obviously. But and a good immune system as well. You get me?
Yeah, and I don't touch dirty people. Don't come nowhere near me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dirty, yeah.
You're
Don't
listening.
spud me, man. Them that the man that share their spliff. Don't come in.
Wet lip spliff. Anyway, let's get out of here.
All right, listen. Respectfully podcast. My name is Aurie Styla. Make sure you follow us on all platforms. Respectfully pod. Make sure you follow Trudge at
Sam Trudge, Trudge. You can probably see me coughing there.
now.
You can follow me at Aurie Styla, AURIESTYLA. If you can't be good, be careful. Look after yourself, big up yourself, and please be very cautious of keeping the doors open if you got any rogue turtles that want to escape. The streets are ruthless, blood. 5 years, I might have made it to 7.2 miles. Big up yourself. Take care, guys. We'll see you next week. Later. Respectfully.